afternoon.
Afternoon, yeah.
It is afternoon.
Oh, I know, we still keep forgetting, don't we?
I know, we're not quite in the rhythm of things yet, are we? Hello to you, everybody. I can see, there's quite a few of you on YouTube already. So do pop into the chat and say hello to us on there. Hello, my name is Bex, if you haven't met me before. And this is the lovely Adam who's with us.
Good afternoon, not morning. Yes.
Not morning, yeah, absolutely. We're going to be with you for the next 2 hours. We've got Stu in the shed, so please drop into the chat, say hello if you're watching on Facebook. Hello to everybody on Facebook. Stu will keep an eye on that one for us. If you want to send us any emails, you are most welcome to. We've had a couple already, so Lawrence and Ali G, thank you. We'll be showing your pictures and sharing your messages in a little while. But you can email us if you want to send us any questions, any comments, or pictures of what's looking good in your garden at the moment. We just had a little wander out into the nursery, didn't we, to grab a few plants?
We did, yeah. And I mean, what's really kind of blowing our mind at the moment is how advanced things are, because it's been so mild, isn't it? We've seen rhubarb coming up, we've seen all sorts of things, still things flowering even now. Even some of our roses have still got flower buds on.
Yeah, it's amazing. In fact, that's the subject of Lawrence's email as well, something that's flowering that normally isn't at this time of year. But yeah, if you do want to send us any pictures, look, details are on the bottom of the screen there. We have got, Anne, hello, she's in the chat. Good morning. No, good afternoon. Yes, hello, Anne. Nice to see you. I know you all chat away to each other as well, so it's lovely. We've got a nice little gardening community here. First things that we need to tell you about is free postage. Woohoo! YGTV has free postage on absolutely everything that we bring into the potting shed. You can shop the whole YouGarden website if you like, but if it's not in the potting shed, it will have a postage cost attached to it. Whereas here, if you enter that code, 50. YGTV 5025. We're right at the end of the year, aren't we?
I know. It's bonkers, isn't it? I mean, just 2 more to go, and
that's the code that you need to use to get the discounts and to get the free postage. So fill your boots, fill your baskets, enter that. Enter that offer code, and all of those savings will drop off. All the postage will drop off as well. If you do go to the website, by the way, yougarden.com, click on the Live Now button wherever you see it on your screen, because sometimes it's in the menu if you're looking on a phone. Then you can scroll down. By the way, if you are looking on a phone and you see the pictures, make sure you scroll left and right through the pictures. Don't just scroll up and down, go left and right. It's important. There are multiple items on each line. Here on a PC, look, you can see them all lined up for you. This is the preview of what is coming up. We're going to try and get through absolutely everything if we can. We'll do our best. We've got 2 hours to do it, and that's where you can go and you can shop the shows and get ahead of us, and just start filling your baskets. If you've got any questions, let us know. Are we starting with compost? Are we? No, we're not at all. So he's just put the details up. Of course, we will talk about our premium professional compost, but we are going to start in the middle with some gorgeous plants. And we're going to start with the Eucalyptus gunnii standard. Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you is there's 2 prices on the screen. The lower price is the club price. So we have to join the club, don't we?
Yeah, we do have to join the club. That's going to be £10 to join the club if you auto-renew it. If you just auto-renew it and stay that price forever and ever and ever, you're going to get 15% off for things like plants, compost, for example. But if you want to splash out on some garden furniture or a lawnmower or something like that, you can get 7.5% off that as well. So, go for that. Get that saving. You'd be bonkers not to. For that one investment, honestly, it's going to pay for itself in a couple of 2 or 3 weeks, and it's just once a year to be renewed. And if you renew it automatically, the price never changes. Brilliant.
Yeah, and you can join that club on your first order as well if you're not already a club member. I know I'm talking to a lot of regulars, but we often get new people tuning in on a regular basis. So we will talk about the club in a little bit more detail.
And of course, vouchers.
Yeah, you get your vouchers.
You get 4 £5 vouchers as well, which you can use, 1 with each order. Just check the expiration date on, and you get a couple of vouchers as well to go towards P&P. So yeah, win-win-win.
Absolutely. So join the club on your first order if that's going to be today. Let's start off with a fantastic plant for the garden. I absolutely adore this, the Eucalyptus gunnii standard. I flipping love the fragrance of it. We're both still bunged up with cold, aren't we? So the eucalyptus fragrance is really helpful at this time of year.
Oh, that's nice. It's like it's like menthol.
Oh, yes.
It's really, really nice. And especially when the weather warms up a little bit as well, those oils get really volatile and they kind of diffuse out into the atmosphere, and it just smells gorgeous. And this is a great way of growing a eucalyptus as well, because we all know that eucalyptus can go a bit bonkers. Some varieties can get huge. Gunnii is a more compact variety, and we've made this even more compact by growing it as a standard. So if you love eucalyptus, but you're always frightened of growing one because you think it's going to go sky high and take over. This is absolutely perfect, and you can do a couple of things with this. You can leave it to grow naturally, and it'll get bigger and bigger year on year, or if you want, you can trim and shape it, and if you do that, you'll get the wonderful aromatic foliage when you trim it, but also you'll keep the juvenile foliage, which is these more rounder kind of leaves, rather than the willow-shaped leaves when they mature.
I think this is a great way for people with smaller gardens to have eucalyptus.
Lovely.
Because obviously, we know, as you're saying, eucalyptus can get massive, and so that can stop people being able to plant it. But this is a way that you can actually have that wonderful evergreen foliage in those smaller spaces. And of course, you could container grow it as well, can't you?
This loves being in a pot, Bex. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful shrub in a pot. And so you can decide what to do. I mean, you might be somebody who likes a very tidy garden. You might like things clipped and shaped. Well, eucalyptus is very amenable to being clipped and shaped. But, you know, there's no right or wrong. You decide. You might think, no, I like them a bit more natural and wild and shaggy and doing their own thing. But in that case, you can just leave it to grow. The stem or the trunk will never get any taller. It'll get wider, but never any taller. And of course, the great thing about standards, which we point out to you every single time, is if you're in a small space, because the growth is in the vertical area, leaves lots of space to underplumb right at the bottom there.
And this time of year, this kind of plant actually, I mean, all throughout the year, don't get me wrong, this is going to look amazing all the way through the year, but at this time of year, lots of people are making their own wreaths, and this is the kind of foliage that you're going to use to add into those wreaths, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. I've got a customer who's a florist, and she grows these eucalyptus in her garden, and she actually keeps them miniature by just cutting them all the time for her floristry.
Yeah.
And they're really, really good. But of course, another thing you could do this time of year, just get yourself some of those little fairy lights and
just
put those
decorate
over
it.
the top, and that'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? A little kind of illuminated at night, that glaucousy blue foliage, perhaps some lovely white or soft golden coloured lights, or coloured ones, whatever suits you, really.
Everyone's going a bit retro this year with the. I mean, I've been on trend for many years. We do the full-on, you know, rainbow lights. We always have done, and it's a bit retro, and everyone's doing that again this year.
It's so weird you say that, because for the first time this year, John and I have gone for coloured lights on our tree.
Love it.
And we bought those ones that they look like they're 1940s ones, but they're actually LED. They're not the old-fashioned bulbs.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
And we put the tree up the other night. It was like, it's like being back at Grandma and Granddad's.
I know.
It's got that really nice old-fashioned feel to it.
Talking of Christmas trees, Anne, hello to you. So, Anne, there's loads of comments coming in. Anne says hers has arrived. She's very happy. It adjusts for me. All right, so Anne says, hang on a minute, my beautiful Norden Christmas tree came and it's all decorated and gorgeous. Love it. I also bought the 2 holly trees and pots for my sister. They're outside and I'll put them in jute bags with red bows closer to the day. I'm a bit jealous. I want some. Aww. We've got them on the show today. Yeah, the discount code is still working if it's the pair you want, because I think we've got a single on today. But yeah, get some. Go on, go for it. Good afternoon to Penny and Dingo, was it, who are watching on Facebook at the moment. Hello to you guys as well. Welcome in. It's lovely to see all of those wonderful regular names as well. Marissa's just joined as well, haven't you? Oh, hello. She had a eucalyptus. Had one in my old garden, very tall but smelled wonderful. Had my garden bench underneath it. Heard the bees buzzing around the flowers. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Little garden bench, a little bit of natural shade from it.
And you know what? Because the weather, again, is so mild, I've seen bees buzzing about even this week in people's gardens.
True. Yeah, absolutely, because it's
saw a
really
hedgehog
mild.
walking through my garden the other day.
No way.
Yeah, a little hedgehog walking through, bless him, or her.
All right, eucalyptus Gooding Eye Standard 680117 is the item number if you'd like to go for that one. That's the sort of size that you will be receiving. What you see is what you get with us here at YouGarden. Should be $39.99. We've got a £10 discount. You get even more off that by being a club member, and of course by entering the code you'll get the discount and the free postage on there as well. Right, we are moving on. First time we brought these into the potting shed for this particular season, and that is the raspberry long canes that we've got for you. These are excellent quality as well, aren't they?
Yeah, and these are brilliant quality, Bex. I mean, look how lovely that root is. A really, really good fibrous root on these. But the great thing about long canes, the main thing about them is these will fruit for you in 2026. Yeah. Because traditionally, raspberry canes, when they get sent out, they chop them right down. They chop them down to about 12 inches or so. And the thing is with raspberries, they flower on the previous year's wood. So with those chopped down ones, if you planted them now, you'd have to wait until 2027 to get your first lot of fruit. These will give you fruit next year in 2026. Glen Ample is the variety here, and you'll get ample amount of fruit on these, to be honest. You can get up to like £1 of fruit per cane per year for the first 4 or 5 years. So you've got 5 canes here. There's a possibility, even from 2026, you could get 4 or 5 pounds of raspberries. That is a lot of raspberries.
That's a lot, isn't it?
If you imagine how many punnets of raspberries that would be.
Absolutely.
And of course, if you grow your own homegrown raspberries, they taste nothing like supermarket raspberries. I'm not dissing the supermarkets, they're brilliant. But of course, they can't pick those raspberries at that ultimate moment that they're perfectly ripe. Otherwise, they'd be mush, wouldn't they, by the time you bought them? You can wait to that optimum moment when the fruit just comes away from that little middle bit, what they call the receptacle, and you've got that fruit, it's perfectly ripe, sweet, bursting with vitamins and minerals, and then you can do all those wonderful things with raspberries. You can make jams, you can have them fresh with double cream, pavlova. Ice cream, smoothies, oh goodness me, on your breakfast, on your Weetabix, on your porridge, in a fruit salad, loads of things. Drop a few into your gin and tonic. And of course, these are so compact, you could grow them in a heavy-duty pot. I mean, you could grow 30 litre, 35 litre, 50 litre, do a little wigwam if you want to, or plant them in the garden, give them a bit of support. They'll need some wires or something just to tie them against, and enjoy raspberries right from the get-go in 2026. And then all the new shoots that grow next year, they will be your raspberries for the following year. So plant them now, £2.55 per cane. Raspberries straight away next year, not a great big gap, just waiting for a year and a half. Immediately.
So then we can have raspberries every year?
Every year. So all you do at the end of next year is once the new raspberry canes come up, you tie those in to the wires that you've got, and then you cut the old one down and get rid of that. Simple as.
So that one will be your flowering one for 2028. The new canes will be the ones for 2027, and then you just alternate between the two. That's how you get raspberries every single year.
Yeah, you just replace basically. So yeah, simple as that. Really, really straightforward.
It's nice and easy, honestly. Hello to Matt, who's come to join us in the chat. Matt Young's in there. Hello, lovely. Nathan from East Coast Tropical Garden. Hello to you as well. And Verna, I noticed you dropped into the chat as well. Lovely to have your company as always. Thank you very much. Please, we're trying to get the message out to everybody. You know that it is the later time now. We're not in the mornings anymore. We're in at 2 till 4. So if you're friends with anybody on socials, let them know we have moved the time, will you? We'll keep obviously get those messages out there. So this is the raspberry long cane. It's the Glen Ample variety. You are getting 5 canes there. It breaks down to, was it £2.55? Per cane as a club discount price. Okay, so you have to be a club member to get the best price. 330002 is the item number there. Now you can plant these in pots if you want to. You can create kind of a wigwam out of them, and you can go into like the heavy duty pots with them here. So we have got the pack of 4 heavy duty 30 litre pots available. £16.97, brilliant price, free postage on that as long as you use the code, and you can use these for planting pretty much anything that we bring you here at YouGarden. I mean, we're giving you a small selection with this VT Insured's garden, but we've used them for loads of things, haven't we?
Oodles of things, Bex. I mean, like, if you've got a log burner, if you've got a fire in your house, you could fill loads of these up with chopped logs, keep them outside your door, put a cover over them. You could use them for harvesting fruit and vegetables, deadheading, weeding. We use lots at work for putting gravel and bark mulch between plants after we've done a planting job. A bit like Sean's done there, we would fill that up with bark or halfway with gravel, not to the top because we're not Superman, and then we just walk between and gently sprinkle the gravel or the bark in between, and it's a great way of doing that without damaging the plants. I store bamboo canes in one of these as well because
I do.
You know when you try and store bamboo canes up in a corner somewhere, they always slide down, don't they? They never stay in one place.
So annoying.
You could just pop them in that, and sometimes what I do with mine as well, if I'm going to go out in the garden, I want everything in one pot, I just throw my secateurs, my string, my little trowel, everything just all in one bucket, and then I've got it with me.
Yeah.
Honestly, you'll find endless uses for these.
Absolutely. Pack of 4, 130011. Discount price is £16.97 on that one, so stock up on those. You know you love them. Right, we've moved you over to the favourites table. We have got a brand new Rose of the Week for you, and this is the first time that we brought you a bare root, in actual fact, as a Rose of the Week. And we've got a brand new rose for you. Mutabilis?
Yeah, Mutabilis, which is kind of Latin for sort of like mutating or changing, and the reason they say that that, it's the flowers. The flowers on this rose are really, really incredible because it's one of those roses, and a lot of roses do this, but this one really, really goes for it. As the flowers grow and mature, they keep changing colour. So you can get peaches, you can get purples, you can get oranges. You can see there, look at all the different hues that you can see as the flower ages. So when they first open up, you're going to get the peach, the tangerines, the yellow in the centre. Then as the flower ages, you're going to get those pinks, little bits of red, for example. And the good thing about this rose is it repeats flowers, but it just keeps flowering constantly all the way from June right up till October. It's going to be one of those roses that any one time you're barely not going to see flowers on it. Some roses flower in flushes, whereby you'll have flowers for 3 or 4 weeks, you deadhead, you wait 3 or 4 weeks and more flowers come. This will pretty much have some flowers on it overlapping constantly all the way through the summer. It's a lovely, lovely bare root plant. When you plant this, it's the same rules as always. Just make the little knuckly bit, plant the little knuckly bit below the ground. I've just done a little video actually of exactly how to plant a bare root rose, and we're going to show you that later in the show, which is good. But really easy to do. And this rose, this will definitely flower for you in 2026. It's been lifted. I know it's got a few leaves on it, but it is dormant. It has gone to sleep. Only gets to, I think, about 60 centimetres.
It doesn't get massive, does it?
No, it's quite compact, so you could definitely grow it in a container. Something as small as a 30-litre pot would be fine, but of course you could grow it in the ground. So, and what is really nice about it, I mean, we bring you an extraordinary range of roses here at YouGarden, but for me, I mean, I love all roses, but for me, the simplicity of a single rose like this is really, really, wonderful, because it reminds me of the wild dog roses that you see flowering in the hedgerows in May and June in the UK. So you've got that simple but stunning, beautiful single flower. You've got repeat flowering. You've got that ever colour changing flower on there. You've got a rose that's hardy, that will get through any winter time. You can grow in the ground or you can grow in a container.
Beautiful bare root roses, nice affordable way of being able to fill your garden with colour. That one is our rose of the week. It's £15.29. We do have a wonderful little video actually that Adam made very recently on exactly how to plant bare root roses. So we will get that lined up and we'll play that to you in a little while, okay? Who wants to know? Oh, somebody wants to know if we're going to have the Catherine rose. Mauricia, it's all on pre-order at the moment, which is why we haven't brought it into the potting shed yet. So, yes, we will have it at some point, but until I'm hearing about May time is the time that when we will get that back in. Even the bare roots, they've all gone, unfortunately. But we will get them in, so don't panic. And as soon as we've got it, we'll bring it in to you, okay? And you might even get a potted one then as well, once we get to May.
Nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, lovely. So we will bring it in, I promise. It's just going to take us a little bit of time. Obviously, it was a big deal when it launched, wasn't it? Right, so that one is our Rose of the Week, the Rose Mutabilis, £15.29 for our Rose of the Week. We are moving on, though. We have got potatoes. So these are your potato tubers, where you're going to get 3 different varieties. You've got the Charlotte, the Desiree, and the Rocket. Now, we have brought you various kits in the past where you can get it with the pots or you can get it with the grow bags. This time we are just bringing it to you as the tubers because it's like your refill pack. Yeah,
that price, honestly, that discount club price, £11 and 2, that is fantastic for 3 packs of these. And again, these are 3 really loved varieties. They've been grown for many, many years, trusted, tried, enjoyed. We're getting you like a first early, an early and a main crop, I think, in here. So you're going to get a nice spread of potatoes. You're going to get a nice spread of potatoes.
Potato.
You get potatoes.
Potatoes.
A nice spread of potatoes on these over a long period of time. Some of these you can harvest as a salad potato. Charlotte in particular is really nice as a salad potato. Then you can actually have some as boiled potatoes with your mint sauce or mayonnaise or whatever you want to put on them. And then your Desiree, you can decide with those. You can actually harvest them smaller if you want to, or you can leave them in the ground to get to be thumping great big spuds, and they're really great for things like roast potatoes. So it's a really, really lovely mix there. All of these can be grown in the open ground, and you know what to do. You've got to ridge them up and all that kind of thing. Or, of course, you can grow them in the bags, or you can grow them in the heavy-duty pots, whatever suits you. But, you know, if you kind of want to get an early steal on these before they sell out, and you've grown potatoes before, easy to do. you've got them. You've got them now. If you want, and say that price, £11 and 2p, and they're really nice. These, I mean, they're super plump, healthy, firm seed potatoes. Really good, top quality, and you could get an early March on them to get your spuds in for 2026.
We will be doing the kits later on in the new year, so if you want to get them with the pots and what have you, then yeah, just come back in the new year and we will be doing those for you. But of course, you could get the tubers, you could get the heavy duty pots that we showed, and some of our compost, and then you've got all the bits and pieces. But we will do a collection together if you want to wait for those. 350067 is the item number if you want to go for your refills of your seed potatoes. Important to use seed potatoes, not just potatoes from the supermarket, because they spray those with like sprout inhibitors and all sorts of things, so they just won't grow. Seed potatoes are what you need. So there's your item number. It's £11 and 2p for all three of those. Mauricia's dad apparently used to grow Desiree, a trusty one, always free from blight, is what she's saying. Yeah, which is good, because blight can be a problem. It wasn't so much a problem this year, but in a wet year, blight can certainly be a problem. But, you know, if you get these early, if you get them home early, just store them somewhere cool, dark, dry and ventilated. Yeah. And make sure, you know, squirrels or mice and stuff can't get to nibble on them. And yeah, don't plant them straight away, because well, first of all, they need to be chitted and they're not frost hardy. So you need to just hold on to them for a little while. But, you know, if you grow spuds, if you're a spud fanatic, you know what to do. And they're here available for you now to, as I say, get an early start on purchasing them, because a lot of the big varieties of potato do sell out quite quick once we get into the new year. Absolutely. All right, so that's the second item on our favourites table. Make sure you're using your code, please, for anybody that is checking out today. It's YGTV5025. When you go to the website and you put everything in your basket and you go to check out, there'll be a little box that says, do you have an offer code? Yes, you do. That's the code that you enter. That's how you get the £5 saving on this particular item, and you'll get your free shipping as well. Normally it's £6.99. Sometimes it's £8.99, depending on the size of the item, but you'll get free postage by using that code. Moving on then, we have got the Winter Clematis collection for you. Yes, that's right, you can have winter clematis. You can have flowers, clematis flowers, throughout the winter months. And you're going to get 3 different varieties in here. Yeah, I was at a garden a couple of weeks ago, just outside Dunmow, and there was one of these, the freckles one, the one with the little pink and freckly white flowers, flowering. It grown, the one you can see there, it had grown up through a conifer, and it was already bursting with these beautiful kind of drooping flowers, really stunning. There's another garden I look after. This is the freckles one here. There's another one that you've got Wisley Cream and Early Sensation, and there's another garden I look after on the estate I live on, and I've mentioned this before. It's not in my customer's garden, but just behind her garden, in the neighbour's garden, he's got a big hazelnut tree. And he's got a white one of these growing up through the hazelnut tree. And again, this time of year, it is completely smothered in dozens and dozens, these beautiful little flowers. They do have a little bit of a fragrance to them. And the freckles one has got evergreen foliage. So you've got a really sort of great mix here. So in essence, what you can do is, you might have a shrub or a tree that looks really bare during the winter. Plant one of these to grow up through it, and then you can give yourself flower, you can give yourself colour, you can give yourself fragrance in those winter months. You can see the beautiful root system that Bex is showing you, sort of that glistening white fibrous root system. So these cuttings have been grown on, rooted really well. They're bone hardy, by the way. They don't care about how cold it gets. All of these will get through the frosts. They're -5, -10, -15. And all they ask of you is a few simple things. They like to be planted reasonably deep, and they like a moisture retentive soil that's well fed. And other than that, you can grow them really easy. You can grow them in a pot or a container, or as I say, you can plant them in the ground over an arbour, an archway, over some trellis work. But they look really nice, just planted near something else where you can let them grow up and through. Perhaps a rose that flowers during the summer, but obviously it's not going to flower in the winter. You could grow this up through the rose and then have rose flower in the summer, clematis flower in the winter, and they barely need any pruning, these. Just an odd bit of tidying. Don't really radically prune them. Just tidy them up a little bit. You're getting 3 9-centimetre pots here, really well grown on plants, and I think again that club price of £16.97 is just phenomenal. Really good. 550372 is the item number if you'd like to go for that. There are 3 different varieties, as Adam has so carefully talked you through. Beautiful varieties included in there, and a great price as well. £10 saving, but look at your discount club price. You get an extra £3 off it by just being in the club. 550372 your item number. Go to YouGarden.com to place your orders and make sure you've made a note of the offer code for this week, YGTV 5025. We are so nearly at the end of the year. Oh my word, where did it go? Right, we're moving over to our wonderful Narcissus tete-a-tetes here. This is a bag of 100 Narcissus tete-a-tete bulbs. 100 of them. Adam, is it too late to plant bulbs?
Well, I'm hearing that panto thing in my ear. Somebody saying, and I'm going to say, oh, no, it isn't. And somebody else is saying, oh, yes, it is.
It isn't.
It isn't. It is definitely not too late for planting bulbs. These bulbs are still firm. They're not mouldy or mildewy. You can get them in now. Do you know what? You could even plant these bulbs as late as middle of January. If you want these bulbs, if you're thinking, wow, that's 100 bulbs for £12.74, that is bonkers. No shipping to pay, but I've got no time between now and Christmas to get them in. Honestly, don't worry. Order them. When you get them home, keep them somewhere cool, dark, dry and ventilated. Make sure the squirrels and mice can't get to them, and they will stay quite happily in that environment all the way through till mid-January. They're already growing a little bit, but don't let that put you off either. Get them in the ground and they'll grow away. They'll flower slightly later than the rest of the tete-a-tete in other people's gardens. Next year or the year after, they'll get back in sync and flower at exactly the same time. But the nice thing about tete-a-tete is they're a nice short daffodil. So if you've got a windy exposed garden, they don't get blown over and snapped by those March gales and winds. And of course, you can put them in beds, borders, pots, hanging baskets, troughs. You can even naturalise them growing in lawns as well. Tete-a-tete, I've got dozens in my garden. They clump up really nicely. They divide, they multiply. The foliage dies down relatively quickly afterwards compared to the taller species of daffodils. And they just bring you these buttery yellow, joyful flowers for a good sort of 3 or 4 weeks in spring. And they're kind of the passport, really, between the snowdrops and the tulips, and they'll sort of take you through to that next kind of season.
The dinky daffodils are my absolute favourites, and they're so joyful, aren't they? They really put a smile on your face when you start seeing those flowers open up.
I love the way they do that little nodding thing in the wind. They have that little kind of gentle nodding movement, just like that there. So elegant. I love them. And so pretty. And even if it's blowing a hoolie, you know, they don't snap because they're nice and short, so they're not broken and destroyed by the wind.
All right, you are going to get a pack of 100 of those Narcissus tete-a-tete bulbs. It's £12.74. You've got a £10 discount on there, and obviously a little bit more for being a club member. It's under 13 pence per bulb. But daffodils are the best at naturalising. They just, honestly, they're so eager to naturalise. They're brilliant. 630091 is the item number. Just a quick hello to Neil and goodbye to Neil.
Hi, Neil. The
boss is hovering, so he's had to sort of drop in and go. But he's going to watch back later, so I know he's going to see this message. We appreciate you, Neil. Thank you very much. We appreciate you all, obviously. Right, we're going to move on to the final item that we have got on our favourite stable. I'm very, very excited to see that we have got this back in stock now. This is the Rose Garden Glamour Collection. 5 named, award-winning, beautiful roses in here.
Yep, so we've got Peace in the centre, which is probably the world's most famous rose, one of the roses that's kind of been one of the biggest parent roses to hundreds and hundreds of other varieties of rose that exist at the moment. We've got 2 types of Queen Elizabeth. We've got the red and we've got the pink or scarlet Queen Elizabeth. We've got the white one is the Pascali, which is a really, really famous variety. And then we've got, it's not Dublin Bay, is it?
No, it's, isn't it Arthur Bell?
Arthur Bell, that's it, Arthur Bell. So yeah, so 5 different varieties in there. They're all fragrant. I think 3 out of the 5 have an Award of Garden Merit as well from the RHS.
And there's a couple of world's favourites as well.
Yeah, world's favourite
roses in there as well.
So you've got a real prestigious kind of group of roses here, a really distinctive collection of roses. They'll all repeat flower for you. They'll flower from June all the way till October. They're all compact enough to grow in pots or containers, but of course you can plant them in the ground as well. But yeah, just a really, really lovely collection. These could even be cut flowers as well if you wanted to. But yeah, I just love the actual selection in this.
It's a gorgeous selection, and they come to you as bare roots roses as well. The value for money is absolutely incredible. But if you're wondering about bare roots, how to do it, how to plant them, watch this.
We sell a vast array of bare root roses here at YouGarden. We've got climbers, we've got hybrid teas, we've got floribundas. But why would I plant a bare root rose? Well, it's a fantastically economic way of planting a rose. It's great for the environment as well because there's no pots or compost. So how do I plant a bare root? Well, critically, the most important thing is
is this little bit here called the union, or what we call the knuckly bit, needs to be at least 1 inch to 2 inches below the final soil level. This is where grafting has taken place. It's a process called budding, and it's joining 2 different roses together. The top part is called the scion, the bottom part is called the rootstock. They've been brought together to create a really vigorous rose, but that's also compact and not going to get too big for you, meaning you can grow them in pots or in the ground, and whichever way you plant them, in the ground or in a pot, it's the same process. We're using our professional compost. We've filled this pot up about halfway and just dropped the root in to see how it fits, because you want to make sure the final soil level is about 1 inch below the top of the pot, so you can water nicely at the end and it doesn't cascade over the top. But you want to make sure, as I said, this knuckly bit is below the soil level. So I'm just going to lean it to the side, wear a pair of gloves as well, because obviously roses can be a bit thorny, and then just go round and top that rose up with the professional compost. You can lift it up to centre it, and if you ever get any really, really big roots that stop you from planting the rose dead centre, the really big chunky roots, you can trim those back a little bit if you need to, because it's nice to have the rose nicely centred in the middle of the container. And we're just going to keep adding the compost, filling it up. At some point, you may just want to firm that compost down a little bit. Just make sure, knock all the air and stuff out of it. We're going to do some more scoops, bring it right up, cover that union bit under the compost. And the good thing about that as well, it means the rose will grow away very, very well. It will become established. It will stop it rocking about in the wind in the winter time, which is important, because just imagine if this rose is blowing about in the wind and the root isn't stable in the ground, it could snap the roots, it could damage the roots, and that's not going to be good for the health of the rose itself. Also, it prevents suckers growing from the rootstock area. So I'm going to just tap this down now, pushing the compost down nicely. I always like to give my pots a little tap either side, and I'm just going to top off with a little bit more compost round the top. Again, tap it so it's nicely even. I've now got that union bit a couple of inches below the soil level. I'll give this a really, really good soak. If the compost drops down a little bit more, I'll just top it up again. All you've got to do now is just wait till the spring, wait for the magic to happen, and enjoy your beautiful rose flowers the following year. If you'd like this gorgeous pot, or any of our pots, for example, or this rose, and we've got a huge range of roses, or some of our professional compost, it's all available for you here at YouGarden.
The plan is to bring you lots more of those kinds of videos in future, so hopefully, hopefully we'll be able to film more of those. They will all be available on our YouTube channel as well, so you can watch those at any time. So if you're watching on YouTube, hopefully you're already following YouGarden on YouTube. If you're not, why not head over there, because our plan is to, add loads more content into there that will be helpful to all of you gardeners, hopefully anyway. In the Garden Glamour collection, you are getting all 5 of those bare root roses, so all you've got to do is unwrap them, give them a little soak and get them planted. 530011, $16.99. That's a crazy price, particularly when you look at the varieties you're getting included in there as well. Mauricio wanted to know about the wreath, the one that's just hanging up on the side there. We're not showing it specifically in today's show, but yes, you can still get it. The code you will need to use to get that, by the way, because it's still available with the code, would be 160928. And if you use this offer code, YGTV4725, that will take the postage off for you. And as you can see, look, it is £20.99. That's a pretty good one, isn't it? Particularly for the size of it as well. Can I stand next to it again, Stu? Hang on. Just so that you can sort of see the sort of size that we're talking about. I mean, it's a really nice big wreath that you're getting there. So I think $20.99, that is really good. It's like how much? 55 centimetres across. That's a really good price for that one. So that one is available still. Use the old offer code YGTV4725, and I gave you the item number, didn't I? You can find it. If you type in like candy, I think candy cane. If you type in candy cane in the search bar, it will come up. So you can still get hold of that one. Right, we're just going to give you a quick reminder of these 2. We've got the raspberry canes, 5 of them for you. This is the Glen Ample variety. Yeah,
and the great thing about these is these are long caned raspberries. Now, traditionally, when you buy raspberries, they're cut down to about 1 foot tall, and that means you miss out on a whole year's worth of fruit. Because we've left these tall like this with buds on, they're going to fruit for you in 2026. No waiting.
Absolutely easy, and you can get planting those now.
Oh, definitely.
Total winter hardy.
Yeah, get them home, give them a little bit of a soak overnight, plant them in the ground, give them something to support. They need to be supported on some bamboo canes or against a bit of wire, and yeah, enjoy raspberries right from next year.
33000 to the item number and your discount club price £12.74. Use your codes. You've got to use your codes to get your free postage and your savings. We also had the eucalyptus, the Gooding Eye Standard, which is the compact way of being able to have eucalyptus in your garden.
You've got fragrance and that really aromatic foliage on there. You've got that glaucous blue evergreen foliage as well, so it looks good all the year through. And because it's grown as a standard, it means it's a eucalyptus that you can control. It's not going to go bonkers and grow into your drains and lift your drive up and all those kind of things. You could grow it in the ground, or you can grow it in a container, and you can clip it and shape it, or you can leave it to grow naturally. You decide. There's not a right or a wrong, it's just your own preference.
680117, the item number for that one. We've got a big £10 saving off there. We're taking 25% off the price, and you will get some more discount by being a club member. Anything, nearly anything, I think everything in the shed today. Pretty much everything in the shed today is going to absolutely adore being in this compost. I don't think we've got any ericaceous loving plants, have we? Oh, no, we've got some citrus coming up.
Yeah, apart from the citrus, that's about it, really.
So everything else, this is the compost that we need, isn't it? I know a lot of you already know how good our compost is. You are all compost snobs, just like we are. But if you are brand new to watching us and you've never tried the compost, why do we want this one, Adam?
Because, I mean, in a word, it's phenomenal. And I'm not just saying that. I've used it. I've used hundreds of bags. In fact, I've probably used over 1,000 bags of this, not just for myself.
This year.
Because I use it for customers as well. And every time I get great results from this, indoors and outdoors. My house plants, near enough, all have been repotted into this compost. Every spring, I start off my seeds, my bedding plants, my fruit. My tomatoes, my cucumbers in this. I get really good germination. When I start to prick those seedlings out, they've got fabulous little root systems on. When I put them into the 9cm pots, I'm finding in a couple of weeks, I've already got that beautiful mass of fibrous white root in the pot, which is what I want. Also, I've been using it to improve the soil in our garden. Where we live in Norfolk, we've got very sandy soil, which is nice this time of year because it drains very well. But the trouble is, it takes all the nutrients with it, and in the summer, you can't keep it wet.
Yeah.
So I dig in lots and lots of this compost. It's now given that soil some heart, some bulk. It's holding on to the moisture. It's holding on to the nutrients. It's peat reduced, this, and brilliant for your bare root roses, by the way. In fact, the video you just saw, I planted that rose, abracadabra that one was, into this beautiful, beautiful compost. And this compost has got a slow-release fertiliser in it, so it's going to feed your plants for up to 6 months. As I said, it is peat reduced, and even some of the peat we use is from renewable sources using sphagnum moss. We've got that composted wood fibre. You can see that fibrousy look to it, those little flecks that you can see, and that is good because that's why Bex and I, or Sean, we all end up playing with it all the time because it's got that lovely light, open, airy texture. So imagine you're a tiny seed, imagine you're a plug plant, imagine you're a cutting. You can get your roots down in here really, really quickly. Some of those other compost, those soil-based ones, especially for seeds, when you put your seeds in there and water it, it kind of settles down, and if it dries, it goes like a slab. It goes like a slab of, not concrete, but like a real firm slab of soil, and you think, how's those little roots going to get down? This never does that. Whenever you water this, it stays open and airy, and even if it dries out, it's got a wetting agent, so it wets very, very quickly. It's like kitchen towel. It wants to soak up the moisture, and it's nicely pH balanced. And if you want an ericaceous version of this for your rhodies, your azaleas and camellias, we've got that covered as well, and it's delivered to your door. To you. To you.
To me.
To me, to you, to all of us, to everyone who wants it. To your door in cardboard boxes, 80% recycled, 100% recyclable. And it's as simple as that. All you've got to do is tap the screen, and you will, honestly, you'll become a compost snob if you start to use this.
Become a compost snob. Come and join the club. 1000064 is the item number. This is for the 40-litre bags. So you're going to get 2 of them. It's 80 litres in total. We've got £18.67, the price on there for the discount club price. It's not the cheapest compost you can buy. We do not shy away from that fact, but it is the best.
Definitely.
And you need the best for your plants, don't you? Because you want the biggest and the best, and you want the most fruits and the most vegetables and all the rest of it. You're only going to get that by using the best compost. Okay, so 100064, go to yougarden.com to place your orders. Now, we do have a lovely deal for you on our lovely little terracotta look pots. So these are the terranottas that we've got for you. We call them Tuscan planters, I think. I really like the design on the outside of here. It's like swags and tails that you've got up at the top, and then the very angular sort of diamond shapes down the bottom there. But for me, it's the size of these pots actually that really I think is beneficial.
Yeah, they're a perfect size, Bex, because they're a good size that's easy to replant without paying a fortune.
Yeah.
And look at the drainage holes. You've got the drainage holes in the bottom, but also you've got those little reservoirs as well at the base that are going to hold on. You can see the little depressions at the base, so you get a little bit of moisture held on as well, but you've got good drainage. In the wintertime, that's really, really important because you don't want your plants sitting waterlogged. UV stable, frost resistant, they're not going to be damaged by the frost. Nice strong pots, they're not that brittle plastic that splits or cracks really, really easily. And I like, you know, Bex mentioned the pattern on the side.
It's
I like,
pretty, isn't
yeah, I
it?
like the fact that it's in relief as well. It's actually raised up, so it really gives these pots great texture. And I tell you what, and I say this every time, sorry to bore you, but you know, if you walk past some of these in somebody's garden on the way to work or taking the kids to school, you would not look at these and think plastic. You would think these are terracotta, and they've even got some of this sort of white distress on them that you get with terracotta pots because the salts kind of wash out and give that real look. So they've really thought through making these look as genuine, as real as possible. But of course, they're lightweight, they're not going to crack, they're not going to break, they're not going to go brittle in the sun, and they're just that perfect size for you to be able to grow your bulbs, summer or spring flowering bulbs, your bedding plants, or you could even, if you wanted to, even big enough to grow this, that little eucalyptus in. It'd be happy there for a good couple of years or so, no problem at all.
I need to get myself one of these. I love a eucalyptus.
They're cute, aren't they?
Okay, so that is your aged terracotta look Tuscan planter. It is a triple pack, so you will get all three of those, £14.43, so less than a fiver each. And they're going to be very long-lasting pots. I've got a couple of those. They're really good. 130312 is the item number. Shall we give you a reminder of some of the things you've seen so far? Hello, Ali. By the way, she forgot we're on in the afternoon. She's going to watch it back later, but hello to you, Ali G. Right, so starting off with the Garden Rose Glamour Collection. This is where you're going to get 5 different varieties, 2 types of Queen Elizabeth, the pink, the red, the Pascali, the Peace, and of course the Arthur Bell. Named roses, award-winning. You've got AGM winners, you've got Rose of the Year winners in there as well. These aren't just, you know, 5 kind of nondescript varieties. You're getting 5 amazing ones. If you were to pot each of these up individually, you would have 5 incredible presents. It's like £3 a rose, obviously the cost of the pot and the compost. I mean, it's not huge. It's not a huge outlay, is it? And then you're going to have 5 amazing presents to give to people. You could even sell them on and make a massive profit. We're not going to stop you, no. 530011 is the item number. If you would like to go for that, yeah, we're not allowed to do that because we work here. But there's no reason you can't do it. If you want to do it, you can go and do it. Absolutely. It's £16.99 for all 5 of those. If you'd like to go for those bare root plants, we do have another rose for you. We actually have a rose of the week. So, and this one's a new one to us here. This is the Mutabilis. Now, this is the one that's going to constantly be changing colour. You've got wonderful repeat flowering nature on here. It does stay a little bit more compact than others. It gets to about 60 or 70 centimetres. But look at that plant. Look at how many flowers are there. Look at how many buds are there. This is for planting right now, and this is going to repeat flower for you all the way through May, June, July, August, September, October, probably into November as well, because, hey, everything's changing, isn't it? The weather is weird. Now, you're going to get a £2 saving on that as long as you enter the code YGTV5025, and it will get delivered with no postage as well. We've also got the tete-a-tetes, the 100 pack that you're going to get of bulbs here, creating those wonderful dinky daffodils. Now, you often get multiple flower stems per bulb here as well. This is why they're called sort of tete-a-tete, head-to-head. They are completely winter hardy. They are very keen and eager to naturalise, and I adore dinky daffodils because you can plant them in so many more locations than you can the big ones. So if you've got big daffodils, plant these in front of them. That looks beautiful. But with your dinkies, you can put them into hanging baskets and window boxes and rockeries. They are much more suited to those places than the larger daffodils. You just wouldn't plant those there. Tete-a-tete is always, or it tends to be, the most popular one that we bring you. We do still have some stock available, and no, it is not too late to plant your daffodil bulbs, or any bulbs in actual fact. I'm not going to lie, I still haven't planted my bulbs, still haven't done it. I know I need to get on it, but I haven't done it yet. And I'm not worried because I know there's still plenty of time. 630091 for your Narcissus tete-a-tetes. The Winter Clematis collection, 3 varieties, the Wisley Cream, the Early Sensation and the Evergreen Freckles included in there as well. Yes, they will flower in winter. I mean, you have slightly different flowering periods for each of them. One of them, I can't remember which one it is, one of them will flower for about 5 months, I think. Honestly, it keeps going for quite a while. You've got an Evergreen variety included in there as well. They work really nicely together because of the different colours that you've got included as well. And if you like clematis, it doesn't just have to be for summer, you can have them throughout the winter months too. 550372, you will get all 3 varieties for £16.97, no postage to pay on that, as long as you're using your offer code YGTV5025. Now, growing potatoes is one of the most fun things that I did. It's been a couple of years, maybe I need to do it again, because I did thoroughly enjoy growing those potatoes. It was so much fun. These are your seed potato sort of refill packs. You've got three different ones, Charlotte, Zero and Rocket. 18 tubers in total. It's really important you get seed potatoes. Please don't try and grow them from, shop bought ones. They're there for eating. Don't try and grow potatoes from them because they spray them with sprout inhibitors, because we don't want the sprouts on those potatoes, but we do on your seed potatoes. And then you can get planting basically and growing your own. You've got such a great variety. You've got some that are great for like salad potatoes. You've got others that are great for like roasting or mashing. And you've got your, which one's is it Rocket? It's a bit more like a new potato, isn't it? So you can harvest it when it's a little bit smaller. So you've got potatoes for all occasions there. 350067 works out as what? 61 pence per seed tuber, basically. For club members, that is, so that's really good value. And you can get planting those, I mean, they are frost tender, so just bear that in mind. Store them somewhere cool, dark, dry, with some ventilation, and then in the new year you can get chitting those and get ready. 350067, remember, is the item number. And of course, anything that you're going for today, except for the citrus, but especially those potatoes, you will need some compost to go with it. If you're running low on your stash, please don't run out. It's so frustrating to run out of this compost. We know that it's the best, we've tried it, we've tried others, and we know that we get the best results from this particular compost because it is premium ingredients in a professional compost, one that we use here at the nursery. Sean uses in his pub garden, Adam uses in his professional gardening, business, and I use in my little backyard garden. 100064 is, and in the home as well, of course, yes, great for your houseplants. 100064 is the item number if you'd like to go for it. It's the 2 40-litre bags, and you'll get those home for £18.67. Hello.
Hello.
All right.
Bonjour.
Bonjour,
Bonjour.
monsieur. Should we talk about some more plants for you?
Yay.
Yeah, all right then. We're going to start off on this end of the table with the hydrangea. We're going for the magical Matterhorn. Now, I know it looks a bit boring at the moment. Hydrangeas are deciduous, but look, this is what makes them exciting. If it didn't go like this in winter, it wouldn't be so flipping beautiful when it comes into its own in the spring and summer, would it?
And that is true, Bex, as well. And the great thing about this particular one is that you get these great big conical flower heads on here as well. And they start off like a limey green colour, then they turn pure white. And the really good thing about these, they're paniculata type hydrangeas. Why is that good? Well, with the kind of the mop head hydrangeas, people get confused about how to prune them. These are so simple. If you ever get to a spring one year and you find your magical Matterhorn's got a little bit too tall, you just cut it down to above some buds to the height you want it to be, and the new growth that comes through will flower the very same year. So you're not going to miss out on flowers, easy to prune. Doesn't get that tall anyway. I've generally seen these get to about 1 metre, possibly about 1.5 metres tall. Thumping great big flower heads though. I mean, really
Massive.
big. There's a pub that I drive past sometimes when I go to do a job in Hertford, zillions of miles from where I live, but and it's a pub up on a hill on a corner, and they've got these growing all the way along one side and down the other side in an L shape at the front of the pub. And when they're in full flower in sort of late spring, summertime, they look magnificent. really, really incredible. So what we'll do, I'm going to whip it out the pot for you. I'm going to try to make them... Actually, I'm going to move this because Beck's hoovered before the show, and I don't want to mess up all the...
There it is. Look at that.
Look at that. There you go. So beautiful, beautiful root system on that. You can plant this straight away, by the way, as well. In our professional compost, you can see it's exactly the same.
We grew a lot of these actually here at the nursery from bare roots, and I can tell. Normally, if it's in that beigey coloured pot, we could tell that it's one that we've grown here ourselves at the nursery.
And this will flower for you next year, 2026. You'll definitely get flowers on this. You know, there's little buds at the side here, so get it home, plant it. All I would do is, I'll just get my little snippers. All I do is, you see, because they do give them a little trim over, so where you see a pair of buds, if there's a little bit of stem just above where there's no bud on the end of it, just clip just to above the buds like that, so that you don't have that little wispy bit at the end. That's all you've got to do. Plant it, and even water it in now. I know the soil's really, really wet, but if you water it in really, really well, all the soil will really get down around the root, and then next spring it will grow away. It will come into leaf first, and then later you'll get these beautiful flowers. In fact, you can even see, look, there's a little remnant of a flower head on this one right now. So that's proof already that this plant has been flowering.
I've got one of these. It flowered last year. It's going to be amazing this year. Very excited to get this planted out into the border. I'm growing it on in a pot for the time being, but once I've extended my border, it'll get planted in that border. It's part of the magical series. We've got loads of the magical varieties, but they are relatively new to us, so not a huge amount of people have got these yet in their gardens. You can be one of the people that do. Love these ones, absolutely. 511551 is the item number if you'd like to go for the Hydrangea Magical Matterhorn. It's $12.74 at the moment. This is where you're going to pick up some of your garden bargains, absolutely, by watching us here at YGTV. Next up, we've got the figs for you. Now, we've got fig brown turkey. These come to you as the 3 9-centimetre pots. Check them out. There's 2 of them that got figs on. I can't guarantee yours is going to come with figs on, but these are... look at the size of the plants, and they're producing figs.
Well, that shows how keen they are. And that's a great thing, because brown turkey is such a good variety for growing in our part of the world. So kind of right across continental Europe, North America, Canada, the UK. This fig is really, really happy in our kind of temperate sort of climate. I mean, there are many, many other varieties of fig, but they have to grow in really hot, tropical countries even. You can grow your own figs in the UK, and I know this for a total, absolute fact, because I've been self-employed for over 40 years. I have visited thousands of gardens over those years, and I've seen hundreds of these growing in different customers' gardens. And I've actually been in the gardens on an occasion when certain customers have gone out and picked their own figs. This is Stu's garden here. You know, Stu's got his own figs developing there. And, you know, even if you're not a big fan of figs, the leaves are really, really beautiful. They make stunning, impressive plants just for the leaves. But later in the summer, if you grow these in a warm, sunny, sheltered position, you will get your own figs. And sometimes at the end of the summer, there can be figs on the tree that haven't matured or haven't ripened, but providing they're kind of about this size or slightly bigger, if we get a mild winter, they'll actually get through the winter and they'll start growing again the following year, and they will ripen in the following year. You could grow them in a pot. They actually love being pot bound, and that kind of forces them into fruiting really, really well as well. Or you could grow them up against a south or west facing wall, and again, being close to a wall, that restriction by the foundations of the wall and stuff again kind of restricts the root, and again it encourages them to flower. Very easy to prune. All I do with my customers' ones, late winter, before the leaves come out, any branches that are growing inwards, crisscrossing or rubbing, I kind of remove those, just try and open the centre of the plant up so lots of air and light gets through, and that's it, as simple as. And you will, I promise you, plant it in the right place and you will definitely get your own super ripe, really, really gorgeous sweet figs.
680280 is the item number if you want to get that one. You go to YouGarden.com, by the way, to place your orders, but you can actually use the phone lines. They are open if you prefer talking to people. Details are all on the bottom of the screen there for you. 0844 502 0050 is the telephone number. Right, next up, this is one of Adam's favourites. I know this. He's done loads of planting examples with this one. It's the Ophiopogon. It is the beautiful black dragon grass.
It is really, really lovely. It's
Isn't
stunning.
it stunning?
I've got loads of this in my own garden. And the great thing about this as well, again, I'm just going through customers' gardens of mine. There's a garden I look after on the estate that I live on. The lady's got this growing on a south-facing border, and that gets baked during the summer, and her soil is awful, but it still grows in the full sun in that very, very dry soil. In my own garden, I've got it in a north-facing border where it gets almost no sun at all, and I've got it growing around ferns and hostas, and it loves growing there as well. And it stays evergreen all the year through, and it is properly black leaves. You know, sometimes they describe a plant as being black, but it's deep, deep purple or very deep blue. These leaves, to me, and Bex has said the same thing, these actually really do look black. But the weird thing is, the new leaves in the middle come through like a lovely soft green colour. And then as they mature, they turn this dark black colour. Then they flower for you. They send up these beautiful little sort of 4 or 5 inch stems, little pink flower heads that produce really lovely dark glossy berries. This will only get to about 6 or 7 inches tall. It spreads out sideways. It forms a lovely little clump or colony, but it is one of those superb plants for contrast. And I know some of you have bought the standard hollies that you put into pots. You planted the Christmas rose, and then you put the black snake grass in between. So this is a beautiful plant for contrasting. Perhaps underplant a choisia, one of the yellow leaf choisias, underplant that with this black grass, for example, or the red barren bloodgrass we're going to talk about. You could plant those in the same position and again get that incredible contrast. And of course the nice thing about the Ophiopogon is it looks good all the year through. It never dies away. There's always interest from the foliage, from the flowers or from the berries.
I love this one. And when it comes to the planting examples that Adam's just given, you'll be able to come up with so many more of them as well to get that wonderful contrast. 3 of those 9 centimetre pots available for you here at £16.97 as your club discount price. Please make sure you're using your code, because actually you're getting a massive saving on that one. £19 saving just by entering a code YGTV5025. Comes up as an do you have an offer box? Do you have an offer code box when you're on the website? That's where you put that code in. Here is the Imperator Red. Oh, sorry, do you want to show us? Stu's going to show us. Look. Down there, look. Do you have an offer code? It's that bit there. That's where you put your code in. YGTV5025. There you go. But that's where you're going to get your discounts when you put those into put that code into that little box there, and it will take away any postage costs that you've got on there as well. Marissa got hold of her wreath, by the way. She's come back saying it'll look very posh on my front door alongside my holly bush and Christmas roses in my blue pot. Very nice.
Can we have a picture, please? Once
yeah,
it's up?
Absolutely,
we want to see
Marissa.
it. We want to see
look
it,
amazing.
Please.
Oh, look, there you go. Stu's put it in for you. You can see that discount coming off there as well. Of course, if you're a club member, you're going to get another £3 off there as well. Right, the Imperator Red Baron Bloodgrass, another one of our favourites here, but definitely amazing for the two things to go together. The black and red during the summer and autumn months will be amazing.
Let's switch the pictures up, because you can see those side by side. And look how beautiful that looks.
It looks so good.
They're both a type of grass. The red barren bloodgrass, again, that has a habit whereby the new foliage at the base comes through green, and then as the season progresses and we get mid to late summer, it turns an incredible red colour. And you can really, really kind of play tricks on your kids or your grandchildren and tease them, because, you know, if they're only just little kids, you could say, you know, do you know grass can be red? And they're like, no, it can't. You know, it's green. No, it can be red, and it really is. Like the black snake grass is properly black, this is properly red. So grow these two together. In fact, you could grow these all in a big pot if you wanted to. The red barren bloodgrass would be the taller one in the middle. You could plant the little black dragon snake grass around the base, then perhaps put some white gravel in, and end up with a really bonkers, fabulous, contrasting display.
Should we have a little look at these out on the nursery? This was filmed about October, I think, last year, and just to give you an idea of the kind of colour that you can expect in your garden. It's late autumn and we're out on the YouGarden nursery, and we just had to stop to take a look at this Imperator Red Baron Bloodgrass. And the reason we had to stop is obvious. Look at the colour. At this time of year, you get this beautiful, luxurious, gorgeous burgundy colour from here. But actually, there's so much to look at on this plant throughout the seasons. It first of all starts off a lovely bright green. In summertime, it turns a bright blood red, particularly if you plant it in a full sun position. And you can even get tall clusters of silvery, fluffy flowers on here as well. It's a perennial that's really easy to look after. So it dies back a little bit in winter time, and then in spring, all you'll do is give it a little trim, a little spruce up, just to tidy the plant up when you see all that new growth starting to come through. It's also a plant that over the years you will be able to divide and spread around your garden. You can see why this is one of the most popular, the most stunning of all of the ornamental grasses. It's winter hardy, it's easy to look after, and it's a total stunner.
It looks so good, doesn't it? It was such a lovely day, and it was that nice sort of low autumn sun. I love that piece of film. I think
Did you wear the top to match?
I didn't do it on purpose.
It looked quite good the way you did,
didn't it?
You look really coordinated with the grass.
Actually, we hadn't even gone in there to film that. We were filming something else, and then we spotted them and were like, let's get some footage of that because they looked so good.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, that's your Imperator Red Baron Bloodgrass. You'll get 3 of the 9cm pots. We have got a half-price deal on there, better than half price in actual fact, particularly if you're a club member. We are very much recommending that you go for both of these 2 things together because those are going to look really good. And you get 3 of each. So, yeah, that's going to be perfect pairing for you. All right, 560017, the item number. Use your code. Make sure you get free postage. Make sure you get your discounts as well. Lovely plant, that one. Moving on, final item that we've got on the big table, as we like to call it, is the beautiful citrus. Now, this is your project because you're going to get 2 of them, oranges and lemons, but they're baby plants. So it's going to be a bit of a project for you, but this is going to be a very rewarding one, isn't it, once you get it to the point where it produces citrus fruits.
It will be. And also, there's a bit of a similarity with the eucalyptus as well, because these, again, have got very fragrant foliage. You can use the foliage in cooking, by the way, but, goodness me, if you start your journey growing citrus fruit, oh, look at that, every time. See, this is the good thing about YouGarden. We don't just, stick a cutting in a pot, leave it for 6 weeks and then send it out to you. We grow it on, we feed it, we nurture it, we look after it. So you've got that proper fibrous root system. And by the way, if you ever want to pot these on, just a little thing to let you know, they do like ericaceous compost. So use the ericaceous compost, use the ericaceous feed. But when you start your journey growing citrus, you're going to be in for a real treat because you've got plants that are always evergreen. So all the year through, they've got these lovely glossy leaves. But when they first start to flower, you can see the flowers here, you're going to be bowled over by the fragrance. Citrus fragrance is some of the most beautiful in the world. It's right up there with gardenias, freesias, lily of the valley. It is pungent, it is sweet, it is delicious, and when they flower here and they're en masse in the polytunnels and we walk in, you don't want to leave, honestly. It's so nice.
There's loads of them with flowers on at the moment. I was in there the other day, and there are flowers on them. They're opening them up, and the fragrance is so sweet.
Especially when you get the sort of the sunny days and the greenhouse warms up a bit, doesn't it? And then, of course, your citrus will start flowering and it will start to produce fruit, and you will and you can get full-size lemons and oranges on these in time. And what you'll end up with, that picture there represents it perfectly, because on the picture we just saw, you saw at the base of the picture there was a developing lemon. Then, yeah, Stu's going to go back to, you see at the bottom there, just above the little envelope, you've got the one that's actually developing, then you've got the ones that are maturing, but at the same time you've got flower as well, and this process continues. And citrus fruit, it doesn't ripen like apples or pears, so you don't get the flowers in the spring and then a definite crop all at once in the autumn. Citrus, being oranges, lemons, limes, calamondins, whatever, they kind of mature over time. So you might have a fruit that will mature between July one year and sort of May or June the following year. And it's great because at any one time you have all those processes going on. In the summertime, they can live outside. They love a summer holiday outside in the UK in a really, really lovely sunny spot. Once the risk of frost has gone, introduce them gradually into the sunshine, though. I always give the analogy, if you work in an office all day and you go down to Malaga for holidays, you don't just jump straight on the sunbed with your budgie smugglers on, do you, and just lay in the sun. You'll get toasted. So, treat your plants the same way. Introduce them gradually to the spring sun. Leave them outside for the summer. In the autumn, bring them back in, but they don't need mollycoddling. They don't need 24, 25 degrees, a really lovely bright room, reduce the watering, and even if the temperature at night just goes down to 2, even 1 or 2 degrees, that'll be fine. As long as they don't freeze, they'll be happy. They'll sit like that through the winter. You can bring them back outside the following spring. Within 2 or 3 years, they'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you grow them in pots and containers, use the ericaceous compost, feed them, and start your lifelong journey because citrus fruit live a long time of lemons and oranges, homegrown yourself.
340073. You can get oranges and lemons. You'd have to decide which one because you can grow both of them. Oh, hang on a minute. Is that a double up deal? So you could get 2 oranges and 2 lemons. You could get 4 plants if you want to. That's exciting. Okay, so you get that for £24.98, and then you can take your club discount off there as well. Might be an idea for a gift. 2 for you, 2 for them. But yeah, it's up to you. You can either get 2 of the 9cm pots, or you can get the double up deal with some extra discount on there as well. 340073. Should we have a little look at the emails? Because we've had a couple that have come in. So Ali, who has found us, but she might have had to nip off. I think she had an appointment. She says she's going to watch it back anyway, so she'll appreciate it. So Ali has sent in, as she always does, thank you. First, a few things looking good in our garden. Photos taken yesterday. I think I'm going to pinch an idea from a customer last week and repot my holly standards and plant the Christmas carol around the base. Thanks to Mauricia. So yes, it looks beautiful. I think it's a really good idea. So yeah, it's lovely to inspire everybody, isn't it? So there are the Christmas carols looking absolutely brilliant. They really do look exactly like they are supposed to. Loads of flowers appearing on there. They'll look great underneath the hollies. Ah, the Hypericum, the miracle attraction.
Is that flowering now?
Yeah. It's
Way.
definitely trying, isn't it?
Again. See, that's all what's name about what's name, isn't it? I mean, that shouldn't be happening now. But then, it's, you know, we had a record-breaking mild November.
So mild today.
Yeah.
It's lovely weather today.
Drove home the other day. It was like at night. It was dark driving home here, and it said 14 degrees at night. It's not supposed to get to that temperature in the day in December. Never mind night time.
And then we've got the Sarcococa, which is going to be so fragrant. Yeah, there's a few there. So there's definitely one in that pot. And there's definitely one in that pot. And I wonder if there's one behind it as well. Oh, Stu's ordered one. Have you got one coming? He's going to put it by the sliding door at the back of the house, so every time he goes out, the fragrance will come in. Very nice. Looking good, Ali. Well done, you. Lawrence, he sent this lovely email as well. So Lawrence says, good afternoon, everyone. Whilst taking a walk around my small wind-battered shrub garden, I came across this Daphne Rogalski, a young shrub planted last May, in flower and in bud. Wasn't expecting these until February or March. A nice surprise and the only splash of colour until the Sarcococa flowers open up. And that's from Lawrence. And there it is. The Rogalski is amazing.
It's lovely. Look at that.
I do love the Rogalski because you've got the slight variegation on the leaves, haven't you, on that one?
That looks really elegant, that plant, doesn't it? And the perfume as well, kind of coming from that. It's great, isn't it, to have all these winter flowering shrubs that are also super, super fragrant.
Yeah, that's looking really good. If you are looking for Daphnes, by the way, the Perfume Princess is in stock at the moment, and the stock is looking incredible. They're all starting to flower. They've all got flowers and buds on them. So if you are looking for a lovely fragrant plant, and it's a really nice hardy one too. Dingo, hello Dingo. Oh, this is Bobby Bex, you're getting about a bit. Done QVC, you're doing your garden, and now the Craft Channel. How do you do it? I have to, Dingo. I've got to pay the mortgage. But yes, thank you. And I do love all of them, to be honest with you. I don't get to go on QVC anymore, unfortunately. So it's YouGarden and Craft. Two things work quite nicely together, don't they?
Indoors and outdoors.
Absolutely,
yeah,
why not?
Definitely interlinked. No problem at all.
Yeah. So yes, thank you for noticing. I appreciate it.
Oh, I tell you could start doing.
I love being here.
Being a crafter, because the wall pots are all a thing now, aren't they, as well?
Yeah.
You could start making little woolen pots.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
No?
No.
You'd be brilliant at that. You're
No.
really clever.
My mum's the crocheter. I like to do a little bit of sewing and gardening. Gardening's the one. But thank you, Dingo. If you want to send us any emails, by the way, details are at the bottom of the screen there, ygtv@yougarden.com. If you want to send us any messages, we love being interactive with you. We love being live, and that's what we're doing here on a Thursday afternoon. We have just under an hour left, so make sure that you get your questions in the next 50 minutes or so, please. I'm just nipping back onto YouTube because Stu's told me I need to read Mauricia's comment. She says, in my old garden, I have a handkerchief tree, amazing tree.
Yeah, Incarvilia davidii is a handkerchief tree. Yeah, it has these great big kind of rectangular flowers with a dark blotch in the middle and really, really lovely leaves. Yeah, they're quite, not Incarvilia.
It is Incarvilia.
Yeah, is it Incarvilia? No.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it is. Davidii, yeah, it's a handkerchief tree.
Beautiful. I've got to search it up now because I want to make sure.
Yeah, no, it's not Incarvilia. It's something Davidii. Incarvilia's the other thing, isn't it? The
handkerchief tree.
You have what's name?
one. Oh, involucrata.
Oh, involucrata. Davidii.
I thought it was, yeah.
Yeah, involucrata Davidii.
Yeah, involucrata.
Yeah, involucrata, sorry, yeah, involucrata Davidii. Beautiful, beautiful. They are super expensive, those trees, to buy, by the way.
We need one. They are really expensive.
Yeah, they are. They're not cheap.
They are pretty, though, aren't they?
And I think they're quite like an acid soil, but they are really, really, really kind of impressive trees.
Very nice. Maybe we should have a word with the head gardener and see if we can get some of those in.
Be good, because we've got buying power, so we can get things
at a better price. We've got all the power. Right, we're moving on then. Thank you for sending us your message. Please do get in touch, YouTube, Facebook, or sending those emails to the email address that we've given you. We are moving on though. So, Blue Maid, the Ilex Holly Standard. Now, if you are wanting to copy Mauricia, like Ali G is going to do, listen, it's always a good thing. We share inspiration, don't we? Get yourself holly, get yourself some of the Christmas rose hellebores, underplant the holly with them, and maybe dot in some of the Ophiopogon black dragon grass as well. Ooh.
And then a little bit of gravel, perhaps a little bit of white gravel or something.
Nice.
And yeah, you've created a permanent, year-round, stunning display.
Yeah.
The nice thing about this holly, Blue Maid, is look, you can scrunch the foliage, and it's got a slight texture to it. But you could not do that with a lot of hollies. It would seriously hurt. It would make your hands bleed. But this doesn't do that. So if you're thinking, I'd love one of these, and in fact, I'll tilt it forward a bit so you can see how many beautiful berries are in the middle there. So if you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I would love one of these outside my front door, or back door, but I don't want the kids brushing past it or the pets because it will really prickle them. Honestly, it won't. It's not that kind of holly. It's evergreen, so it looks good all the year through. And these berries are real. They're not stuck on. These are the real deal. They're beautiful, lovely, pure white flowers that the berries develop from. It will get pollinated, so don't worry about the berries coming back year after year. And as always, you've got two options with this. You can just let it grow into a natural shape. Some people, though, like to trim these into a beautiful ball shape, and you can do either. There's not a right or a wrong. It's whatever you prefer.
Yeah, I love them. I've got a couple of these myself. I think they are fantastic. And, of course, they give that lovely festive feel, in the Christmas months as well. But it's just a beautiful evergreen foliage plant throughout the rest of the year, but can give you that festive feel at this time of year as well. It would be absolutely happy in there for a little while, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. And I think it looks quite cute in there, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
Really nice in that part. If you've got these and you've got the holly, I think they look great.
Beautiful. 510182 is the item number if you'd like to go for that then. It is £10 saving there, and your discount club price will be £25.49. It's 15% discount for club members. Next up, we've got a deal for you on the Phoenix Canariensis. I've got 3 of these. I do love the Phoenix. For me, it was very much about creating something like a bit of a tropical holiday feel in the garden. It was the year that we weren't going away, we couldn't afford to, and I thought, do you know what, let's try and create a nice sort of holiday feel in the garden. And this is exactly the kind of plant that you could do it with, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know what, Bex? You can do that with these. And I have had these on some of my TikTok videos, and some people have given me grief and saying you can't grow these in the UK.
I've had a bit of grief as well.
They always die.
True.
They don't survive. Well, I'm not going to do it now, so I can't find them in my phone. But I've showed you pictures before. I've been down to the Kent coast on holidays, and I've seen thumping great big ones of these with actual trunks on them. I've seen big ones of these growing in parts of Essex, Ipswich, all sorts of different places. I've seen those growing. So you can get these to really, really mature. And once they get really, really big leaves, they can get through those really, really cold winters. All they really need is a little bit of help in the first year. So in the first sort of 3 or 4 years as they get bigger, during the winter time, if we're going to get a really cold spell, if they're in a pot, just take them out that cold spell for a little while. It doesn't have to be somewhere warm, just where they're not going to get frozen solid. Or if they're in situ, you can't move them, put lots and lots of fleece around them, just protect them till the really cold bit disappears. And the secret to growing these in your garden is the warmest, sunniest, most sheltered, well-drained spot that you can possibly find. That's where they really, really thrive. But obviously give them space to grow, because when they get big, you don't want them right up against a wall, because the leaves get huge, really, really big.
I grow mine in pots, and they are all right next to the house. So I've got 2 either side of the front door, and I've got them in the blue planters, and I've got one that's right next to the actually. And bearing in mind, that's the northeast facing side of the house, and they've been there for well over a year, and I haven't moved them, and they do wonderfully there. They're absolutely fine there. But Adam is absolutely right. They will do better in a really bright sunny spot. The other one I've got round the back of the house, the southwest facing side of the house, right on the patio, right next to the conservatory. It bakes there in the sunshine throughout the rest of the year, and it does so well. I think because I've got them positioned right next to the house, they're perfect and they can easily get through the winters, you know, no problem whatsoever. They can go down to sort of -6, -7 quite happily.
Yeah, when they're a little bit older, I would say these ones perhaps -3, kind of thereabouts. But when they get older, definitely they can take those temperatures. And the fact that I've seen honestly ones with trunks this big growing in various parts of the UK. Even I went up to Scotland, I saw some growing up in a sort of an area up there. They've got like a one of those warm areas where the what's name comes in from the Atlantic. So they can get big, and obviously they take a long time to get that big. So that proves they got through the beast from the east winter time. They got through that really cold winter we had back in 2010. So if you can get them through the early years, and like Bex, I've got 3 of these myself. I've got mine in pots, and I've just popped mine inside my greenhouse, and that drops down to just below freezing before the little heater kicks in, and they're absolutely fine with that as well.
Easy plants to look after, honestly. I've loved having them. Now, I do want to just draw your attention to what you're getting and the price here, please, because you are getting 2 of the Phoenix Canariensis. You will also get 2 of the 11-inch planters, which will be the perfect home for these to go in, certainly for the first couple of years anyway. And your price is absolutely crazy. So it's £28.97, and you're saving £40 on this deal here, but it's £24.62 for club members. So that is £12.31 per plant and pot.
And these are biggies, these ones. These are not our little dinky ones.
No.
These are 60 to 80 centimetres tall, these ones. And don't they look grand in those pots? Those
I think they really do.
Really set them off. I think because they've got this beautiful olive green kind of foliage, and then they've got that dark coloured pot. And again, I'd be tempted to put like a bit of white gravel or Cotswold stone or something around the base just to create that contrast. But honestly, invest in these. Ignore the people that poo-poo them. A little bit of love, a bit of TLC.
It's only a little bit of care and attention, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can get them through, definitely.
Absolutely. OK, so 680187 is the item number. You are going to get the plants and the pots for them to go in. If you are looking for some Christmas presents, I do think that you've got 2 amazing Christmas presents there. £12.31, a tiny bit of compost, plant it up for them. They'll think you've spent a lot more than that, won't they? Go and have a little look on our show page. Go to YouGarden.com, look for the Live Now button. If you're looking on a phone, it will be in the menu where you find that. You need to scroll down. There it is, look, right there. Click into there and add that into your basket. You'll get 2 plants and 2 pots included. And
Bex, the size of that one in that picture there, I have seen them
that in the
that
UK,
size and even bigger than that in the UK.
It's easy to do. Right, talking of the club price, you might want to know how you become a club. What's this club they keep talking about? Well, you get amazing deals, amazing discounts. Have a little look.
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year, we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member. And that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club.
There you go, that's the Discount Club. Very quick and easy to join. You can join on your first order as well. You can get saving straight away. So if you're not already a member, make sure that when you place your first order, you do click that add to basket for your Discount Club, because it will be so worthwhile. Hello to everybody. Hello, my name is Bex. This is Adam. We are here from YouGarden talking to you about plants. We're here every single week. On a Thursday afternoon, we're live from 2 till 4 o'clock, but you can catch up on these shows anytime you want, really. We do have them uploaded on YouTube, and you can watch them on Facebook, and also you can watch them via our website too. Sean Ryan joins us in the potting shed as well sometimes as well, so it just depends who's available as to which configuration of presenters you get.
And you can watch us again on Sundays.
Yes, you can watch us again on Sunday mornings as well.
Yeah,
right, hello to everybody else who's in the chat as well. No new emails at the moment. YouTube keeps logging me out, which is really annoying. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it logs me out. I'm just going to click in and see if anybody else is in there.
Hello to you all. Does that to me, it drives me mad.
Marissa, you are so sweet. You just keep messaging. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Her brain is ticking over about the black dragon grass now, so she might just have to go for that. May I ask how often... Oh, this is Anne. May I ask how often my Nordman Christmas tree will need watering whilst in the house, please?
Just keep it moist.
Yeah, it's hard to say how often, because obviously everybody's inside. How the temperatures are slightly different, so you want to get your finger in the pot, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a plastic saucer or something you can sit it in, or just keep it moist. Keep it, because they don't like to dry out. That's the thing. And then the most important thing is when you put it back outside as well, keep it so well watered. I mean, generally January, February time they're okay, but a lot of people tend to keep them till about end of March, and then they die, and people say, why have they died? Because you've let it dry out.
Yeah.
That is the main reason they don't make it through to the following year. So make sure all the way through the year you keep it really moist. Check the compost, make sure it feels moist. It will grow away for you in the spring with lovely new green shoots, and then next year it will be about 5 or 6 inches bigger all over than it is this year.
Yeah. All right, keep on top of your watering then, basically. Just have a little feel in the compost. If the top dries out, you definitely need to water it.
You can't overwater it, let's put it that way, because where a lot of these conifers grow, they grow above the deciduous tree line and just before all the alpines kick in, and they're used to really wet, rainy kind of areas. So don't worry you're going to drown it, you won't. You'll actually harm it more from underwatering than overwatering.
Okay, next up we have got for you our ultimate 4-tree mini orchard collection. We're getting 4 amazing varieties in here, aren't we?
That's what I like about this, Bex, because you can flick through the magazines, the Sunday supplements and so on, and you can see like a mix of trees like this, but the names sometimes you don't recognise. We're bringing you Braeburn apple, we're bringing you Conference pear, we're bringing you Stella cherry, we're bringing you Victoria plum. World-renowned names in these fruit you see in the supermarkets. You've grown them before, you've tried them, you know what you're buying, and they're all on dwarf root stocks as well, so they're only ever going to get to about 2.5, 3 metres tall. You can grow them in pots or in the ground.
All right, well, Sean Ryan did a wonderful video telling us all about these.
Did you know that you can easily grow your own apples, pears, plums and cherries in your garden? And these are the nation's favourite varieties. They're easy to grow and they will give you fantastic crops for years. This mini orchard collection means that you're going to be picking your own fresh, delicious, organic fruit from July all the way through to October. You can either choose the 3-tree orchard collection, which includes the nation's favourite Braeburn apple, that's sweet but tart and beautifully crisp and crunchy. Conference pear, which is so incredibly sweet with a gorgeous texture. Victoria plum, so popular in the UK, great for eating but also cooking. Or you could go for the 4-tree collection, which will also give you the Stella cherry. That's UK's favourite eating cherry with that beautiful dark skin. All of these arrive as outstanding quality bare root fruit trees. They won't come with pots or compost. The roots will be all wrapped up, and every one of them has been grafted on what we call a mini rootstock. That stops the trees from growing too tall. They'll only get to 2.5 meters maximum. All of these amazing bare root fruit trees are multi-branched. They're not just a single stem or whip, as we call it. They're all fully winter hardy, self-fertile, and incredibly easy to grow. Your mini orchard collection will arrive dormant, and that's why you can only purchase them in autumn and winter. And when it arrives, all you need to do is unwrap the roots and then give them a really good soak overnight in a bucket of water. They then are ready to plant. Now, with them being small, you can grow them in our 30-litre heavy-duty pots using our premium professional compost, or you can plant them directly in the ground. They need a really nice sunny spot and well-drained soil, and to give them the best start in life, you may even want to sprinkle in some of our root grow. This wonderful mini orchard collection is super easy to look after. Just keep them well watered until fully established. Make sure they're in a nice sunny spot. They need no winter protection. They're fully winter hardy, and just a simple annual prune and a regular feed in their growing season without blooming fast. By following our simple care instructions, you will be enjoying your first blossoms in springtime in stunning pinks and whites. Then you'll be picking your first stellar cherries as early as July. They're going to be followed by delicious sweet Victoria plums in August. Then, of course, your Conference pear in September. And finally, your Brabant apples in October. That gives you 4 months of delicious homegrown fruit. And don't forget, you could use those fruits for baking and cooking, and you can even store your apples and pears for later in the year. So whether you're going for the 3 or 4 tree mini orchard collection, you're going to be picking kilos and kilos of delicious homegrown fruit for many years to come. And not only will it taste better, it also means that we're talking food meters rather than food miles. And although these will take a few years to establish, in year 2, year 3, you could be picking kilos and kilos of apples, pears, cherries and plums. So don't forget to order yours now.
There you go. Those are the 4 bare root fruit trees for you, with Sean telling us all about them. Just a little bit of a question for you all, bit of feedback. Do you like those videos? Do they work? Is it the sort of thing you want to see? We're obviously intending on making more of those. Do you want to see them in your own time, as in you go onto the YouGarden page on YouTube and watch them in your own time, or would you like us to put them into these shows? Is it useful? Is it helpful? Or can we stand here and do the same thing? What works for you, basically? If you let us know, because obviously we are very much interested in your feedback, and we try and tailor these shows to, you know, what you like. So send us a message, let us know what you think. Okay, so that is the 4-tree mini orchard collection. You get 4 amazing varieties. It's £33.97 at the moment. Nice saving on there. All you need is somewhere to plant them, and that could be in pots and containers, and a bit of compost, and you'll be amazed at how quickly you start picking fruits from those. 300069 is the item number. We've just got half an hour left on the show today, so we're going to show you some more of the amazing plants that we've got for you. Coming back to our favourites table, we're starting off with the Tete-a-Tetes 100.
I know, a thumping great big 100 bulbs. I can hear the words. It's too late to plant bulbs.
It isn't.
Honestly,
oh, no, it isn't.
It definitely isn't. You can plant these right up until the middle of January if you want to. Now, if you're looking at these and you're thinking, I haven't put any bulbs in yet, I'm meant to, I haven't, I'm really cursing myself because like I'm going to have no bulbs next year. Get these now, and even if you haven't got time because you're so busy prepping for Christmas, you can store these. Store them somewhere cool, dark and well ventilated and dry, away from rodents, and they will keep quite happily for another 4 or 5 weeks. And then as soon as you get that moment after Christmas, early in the new year, plant them. They will definitely flower for you in 2026. They'll flower a little bit later than the ones that have been planted from the previous year, but 2027 they'll flower exactly the same time as all the others. And because they're the nice miniature daffodils, they're great for so many different places. So all your containers, your hanging baskets, your window boxes, obviously your beds and borders, you can naturalise them in lawns as well. If you're gonna grow them in a lawn, get a handful of bulbs and do like an underarm kind of bowling action, and just let the bulbs land where they want to land and plant them exactly where they land. Even if there's two right next to each other, still do that. And they'll come up in spring like this, and they're good. You can see there's a little double-headed one there as well, because you can get two flowers on one of these stems, actually, because they're called tete-a-tete, head-to-head. But the nice thing about these as well, if you've got a really windy garden or an exposed garden, taller daffodils, when we get those March gales sometimes, they can snap and get blown over. These will go with the wind. They don't get snapped. And they fill in that beautiful gap between when your snowdrops finish, and as you can see there, just before your tulips start flowering, they'll divide, they'll multiply, they'll bulk up, they'll come back year after year for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, no problem at all. And they die away a little bit more quickly than the taller daffodils as well, so you've not got so long to wait for the foliage to die down afterwards.
So it's a bag of 100 of those bulbs. It's a lot, but actually think about how you're going to plant them. You will plant them in groups of sort of 20, 30 at a time, so it's actually not going to take you long to plant them out. I think people look at planting bulbs and think, oh, it's going to take ages. But actually, once you get going on the job, it is quite a quick and easy job to do.
It's one of those jobs where it's the thought of it is more off-putting than when you actually get stuck in.
Do it.
Once you get your spade out or your trowel out and start doing it, all of a sudden you're like, oh, that was
it's fun.
Should have done it weeks ago. But honestly, but if you didn't, there's no problem, honestly. And we would not tell you you could still plant these bulbs if it wasn't true. Honestly, I have planted bulbs for customers. Well, I've had customers even come up to me, and I'm not saying plant them this late, but I've even had customers come up to me in February and bring bulbs out of a shed and say, oh, Adam, I didn't plant these. And they've got shoots on that tall, and I've still planted them, and they've still flowered and grown.
Yeah.
But don't leave until middle of February.
December's the perfect time anyway, so you will be getting these well before Christmas and you get them in the ground quite happily. 630091 is the item number if you'd like to go for your Narcissus tete-a-tete, the head-to-head. Beautiful dinky daffodils, £10 saving, £12.74 discount club price. That's less than 13 pence per bulb. And of course, you'll have them in your garden for many years as well. Moving on our favourites table, we've got the amazing, I'm so glad this is back in stock, thank you. Yes, we've got the Rose Garden Glamour collection. It's an amazing deal. 5 bare root roses here for £16.99, and not any old roses.
No, these are named roses that you're going to love. You've got Peace in the middle there. Peace is one of the main parent roses for hundreds and hundreds of other varieties of rose. You've got Pascali, which is that gorgeous, pure white one. You've got Arthur Bell in the bottom left-hand corner there, which is that lovely buttery buttercup yellow one. And then you've got 2 types of Queen Elizabeth. You've got the kind of the pink, and then you've got the scarlet as well. So 5 really renowned, loved varieties there. I think 3 of these varieties have been described as, was it Rose, not Rose of the Year, world's favourite rose. 3 of them have been described as that. I think even a few of them have got AGM as well, the Award of Garden Merit from the RHS. They're all nice and compact, only getting about a metre tall thereabouts. They'll all repeat flower for you, and to one extent or another, they're all really fragrant. So just a phenomenal collection, different colours, and they will repeat flower all the way from June, all the way into October, even November in these crazy mad mould autumns
I had Arthur Bell flowering in December last year.
Yeah, well, we do now, don't we? It happens, doesn't it?
I mean, only one, but it did flower.
Yeah, well, I mean, even the frost. I know, if you're watching from in Scotland, you have had some, especially in the Highlands, you've already had some quite bruising frost, but a lot of the UK, we've only still had about a -1, -2, which really doesn't kind of do much damage at all to most things. But of course, because these are nice and compact, you could grow them in pots or containers. And obviously you can grow them in the ground as well. And just make sure, we always say this, the little knuckly bit or the union, make sure that's at least 1 inch or 2 inches below the final soil level. And all 5 of these will definitely flower for you in 2026. No problem at all.
I love roses. They're so easy to grow. Honestly, I've said it so many times. I avoided roses for such a long time because I thought they were tricky. I thought they were hard. But actually, really dead simple. You sort of learn as you go as well. And if you don't know anything about growing roses, you can make mistakes with them because they're very forgiving. They just want to grow. Yes, there's tips and tricks and guidance and things that will help with the pruning and shaping and all the rest of it. but you can just learn it as you go. You can make mistakes with them. And even if you don't even want to bother learning anything, to be honest, if you just hacked them back once a year, they'd still grow for you the next year. They're so keen, they're so eager, honestly. Very simple.
They did an experiment once with roses. I can't remember what it was, but they had kind of the same types of roses grown in a long row, like a hedge of them. One row they did with secateurs, all
Right.
as you should do,
Yeah.
and the other row they just got a hedge trimmer and they just went all the way along, hacked them off a hedge trimmer, and actually the ones with the hedge trimmer flowered better than the ones that were pruned properly. The only problem was doing it long term, you did get a little bit more dieback and a bit more dead snags on the hedge trimmer ones.
Yeah.
But it proves the point. You are not going to make an instant mistake on a rose that's suddenly going to kill that rose. Honestly, they are so forgiving.
I think they're great for beginners because beginners can actually go through a learning process with them quite happily. Anyway, it's the Rose Garden Glamour Collection. You will get 5 of those bare roots, £16.99, £10 saving, simply by entering a code. YGTV5025 is the code. And you will get free postage on there as well. So it'll be delivered for £16.99. Right, moving on. Oh, we took too long, sorry. Winter clematis, we'll go quicker on these ones. Sorry, clematis collection next for you. 3 amazing flowering winter clematis.
Right, we're going to speed up
Clematii.
now. Yeah, so basically these are 3 winter flowering clematis. Clematii. These are three winter flowering clematis, or clematis, however you want to say it. You've got those 3 colours there. You've got the lovely speckled one there, which is the evergreen freckles, and obviously it says evergreen foliage. You've got Wisley Cream, and you've got Early Sensation, and you've got clematis that are going to give you colour in the depths of winter. I've seen these flowering in customers' gardens. I've seen them in flowering neighbouring gardens of my customers, and they are lovely flowering during the winter time. They're fragrant as well. They do have a soft, kind of sweet fragrance to them. They're not demanding growth-wise. What they like is a nice, cool, moisture-retentive, rich soil. Plant them a little bit deeper than they are in the pot, and then find something they can grow up and through, where they can be left to do their own thing. If you've got a rose arch that obviously is finished flowering now, but you want colour in the winter, grow these up and through your rose arch. If you've got a tree in the garden, like a hazelnut tree, a lilac, a forsythia, a Philadelphus, a deutzia, anything like that, plant one of these at the base and let it grow up and through. Then in the winter time you'll get the flowers from the clematis. In the summertime you get the flower from your shrub, and the two will quite coexist really happily.
I do like it. I love clematis flowers, so to be able to sort of extend that clematis flowering season for you and get them in winter time as well, plus you get that lovely fragrance, and they are winning varieties, and an evergreen one in there as well. 550372, the item number, 3 of those delivered to you, £16.97 again, delivered price, no postage to pay as long as you're a club member and you use your discount code there. Next up we have the potatoes. These are your seed potatoes. This is your refills, okay? If you've already grown potatoes and you've got your pots and all the rest of it, you're getting 3 fantastic varieties.
You do. You get your Charlotte, your Rocket and Desiree, and you're getting 3 varieties that are going to come to kind of fruition or ripening at 3 different times. So you've got like an early, you've got like a second early, and you've got Desiree, which is your main crop. And with the 3 of these, you can cook them in different ways. Charlotte, for instance, is a really lovely potato, salad potato. The Rocket is good for like boiled potatoes, for example, with your mint and things like that, or mayonnaise. And then you've got Desiree, which you can use for roasting and chips and all that kind of thing. So a really good selection here that are going to give you potatoes not all in one go, but spread out throughout the season. Really good, healthy seed potatoes there. And if you love your spuds and you want to get in early before the varieties sell out, go for these.
350067 is your item number. £11.02 is your price if you are a discount club member, and YouGarden.com is where you go to place your orders. Final one on the favourites table for you is the Rose of the Week. The first time we brought you a bare root rose as the Rose of the Week, and this one is called Mutabilis.
It's called Mutabilis because that's kind of Latin for changing or mutating, which normally sounds like a bit of a, not a good word, but in this case it's fantastic, because what happens with this rose is, as it flowers, and this one's already flowered because you can see a little rose hip there, so that proves it flowered this year already, even this rose this young. The flowers on this constantly change colour, so they'll start off with peaches and tangerines and oranges, and then they'll fade to sort of soft pinks and reds, and you'll have those different coloured flowers on this rose at the same time, depending on the age of the flower, and it will continue to be in flower non-stop pretty much, all the way from June right up to October. Only 60 centimetres tall, easy to grow, compact enough for a pot or grow it in the ground.
That's our rose of the week then, £15.29. Really easy to plant a bare root too, so very simple but best way to get the best value for money. 540334 is the item number. Remember, if you are watching live, thank you, much appreciated. We love your company. But you can watch this show back at any time, so if you want to, you know, miss us or you've got to nip out or whatever, you can actually go back and watch the show back. If you go onto the website, you can watch the shows there, and obviously that's the best because then you can shop while you watch, but you can also watch on YouTube and on Facebook. You can go back and watch any previous shows as well. There's loads actually on there if you want to go back and laugh at us from like a year ago. So you're welcome to. Let's give you a little reminder of some of the items that you have seen already. We do still have a full table of items over there to show you, and we've still got about 20 minutes remaining, so don't go anywhere. But let's just give you a reminder of some of the items you've seen so far. Starting off with, the tete-a-tetes, of course, the beautiful dinky daffodils that we've got for you. Now, the dinky daffodils are my faves. I think they are just really sweet, beautiful flowers, but you can plant them in lots of different places, which is the most important thing here. You can plant them in hanging baskets, in window boxes, in rockeries, you know, smaller rockeries. You would never plant a big one in there, but you can plant these little ones. They come out just before the tulips for you. They are keen and eager to naturalise. And the deal that we have got for you here is that you're going to get 100 of them. They can live for decades in your garden and they will multiply and spread. Less than 13 pence a bulb if you are a club member as well. 630091 is the item number. Now we've got some grasses for you. We're starting with the black dragon grass. This is the most popular. I've just seen Mauricia says, done got my black dragon grass. Well done you. Thank you, Mauricia. You will get 3 of the 9 centimetre pots included here. Now this is ever black, so it doesn't die down. It does remain looking good all year round, stays nice and compact, produces nice little pink flowers, and then you get these sort of berries that appear on there as well. Great for creating contrast in the garden. I mean, one on its own like that looks amazing, but just think of the combinations of planting you can put to make this look amazing. 560219 is the item number if you'd like to go for that one. It will work perfectly with your red barren bloodgrass as well. So this produces those really bright red and burgundy shades throughout the summer months and going into autumn. This one does die back a little bit in winter time, but the contrast you'll get with the black grass throughout the months where it's looking like this will be amazing. This one gets much bigger, grows to about 50 centimetres, will spread by about 50 centimetres. You can divide it as well. You can get free plants and spread them around your garden. It is completely hardy, very simple and easy to look after, and very, very striking. Another one that's great actually for contrast in the garden. 560017, and you will get 3 of the 9 centimetre pots there as well. We can get figgy with it with our fig brown turkey, 3 9 centimetre pots again, half price deal here as well, by the way. Taking £15 off that, and you will get extra discount by being a club member. Brown turkey is the best variety to grow because it can withstand a lot of sort of colder temperatures. This can go down to -15 once it gets established. Make sure you keep the roots restricted. That's how you get the best fruiting ability from it. They do like to have that hug, and you will get lots and lots of figs growing on your brown turkey fig. 680280 is your item number, and you will go to YouGarden.com to place your orders, though the phone lines are also open if you're watching here live on a Thursday. I think they're just closed at the weekends at the moment. The Glamour Rose collection, yes, you have to grab these. 5 beautiful named varieties. You've got Queen Elizabeth Pink, we have Queen Elizabeth Scarlet, we have Arthur Bell, we have Pascali, which is that beautiful white one that you can see there, and we also have the Peace Rose. They are, I mean, there's world's favourite roses. There's 2 or 3 of them that have been nominated world's favourite rose in the past. You've also got ones that have got the Award of Garden Merit from the RHS as well. They're not just any old bog standard rose that's been put in here. These are amazing award-winning named varieties. They are fragrant. You've got floribundas in there. They're going to grow to about roughly 1 metre height. They'll spread by about 60 centimetres. They want a nice sunny spot in the garden, and they are easy peasy to look after. So please do not be put off by roses. They're some of the most simple plants that you can grow. 530011, the item number. The value for money is amazing. £16.99 for 5 rose plants. Flipping hell.
The eucalyptus Gunnii standard is available for you there. Is a £10 saving. Now this is your way of being able to grow eucalyptus but in a smaller space, in a pot on a patio. You can even grow this on a balcony if you want to. Honestly, this does not get massive, and eucalyptus is well known for being quite vigorous and getting huge, and some people find it to be a bit of a pest, but not in this form because it can stay much smaller for you. You can use it for your cut flower displays as well. Loads of people use eucalyptus foliage as the foliage filler in cut flowers, and of course you've got the wonderful benefit of the fragrance as well. If you are a bit bunged up like we are at the moment, 'tis the sneezing after all, you can cut stems of that, put it in your shower. Which one am I on? That one, that one, that one. You can put, if you cut stems of it and like put it in the bathroom when you're having a shower.
That sounds good.
It creates like a steam room effect. The humidity and the heat will actually release the oils from it, and it gives you like a wonderful
I'm going to do that. I'm going to try that.
eucalyptus menthol. Clear the nostrils.
Could you just drop some in the bath, like in the bath wall? Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Why not?
You give me an idea there.
But to be honest, even if you just had sprigs of it and you just had it in the room, it's the heat and the steam that will reduce and it will create that lovely smell.
We need to do that, Bex, because we still need a little bit of clearance.
It's been a week, but you know, I feel fine. It's just the
it's just the aftermath.
It's all of that, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Stu's just ordered himself one of these just before the show started. Well done, you, Stu. It's about time. It is the Sarcococca Winter Gem. I adore this plant.
It is an absolute gem, this one. I mean, I've mentioned this about 1,000 times, but on 6th of January every year, myself and my husband, we go to somewhere called Anglesey Abbey. On the outskirts of Cambridge, and honestly, I'm not on commission for this place, but it's got the most mind-blowing winter garden.
If I'm not working, I tell you what, I am coming there on the 6th of January.
You need to go.
Like, hello.
Honestly, and it's a lovely kind of snaky, windy path, and they've got dozens and dozens of these, along with all the other winter flowering shrubs that we sell as well. And the fragrance is beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful. You can't believe a shrub that flowers in the winter has such sweet aromatic fragrance. Loads and loads, hundreds, if not thousands, on a larger plant of these lovely flowers. They've got like a red hood to the top of them, then the white flower below, pumping out that really sort of spicy fragrance. Evergreen foliage, so all the year through, this looks great. The stems are a lovely red colour as well, and you can grow this in full shade, part shade, full shade. You can grow it in a sunnier position, providing the soil doesn't dry out. You can grow it in containers, you can grow it in the open ground. It only gets to about 50 to 60 centimetres tall, and it spreads out and forms a nice little clump. It never gets attacked by slugs or snails or caterpillars or pests or diseases.
No issues with it.
No issues with it. You plant it, you love it, you leave it. In the summertime, you'll adore it for the super glossy foliage and the coloured stems. And this time of year, in another couple of weeks' time, this particular one we've got in the studio has been teasing us for weeks. It's absolutely festooned with all these wonderful little flower buds that look like little grains of rice, but you know,
they're starting to turn pink though, aren't they?
Yeah, and I reckon if we've still got this available when we come back after Christmas, we will actually be able to kind of breathe in the beautiful fragrance on this. So if you want a shrub that is tough, hardy, evergreen, flowers, fragrant, sun, shade, beds and borders, pots or containers, great for pollinators, compact, doesn't need pruning, doesn't need shaping. I think I've covered everything. Go for this. You'll love it. You'll adore it.
I had mine in my pot. The actual video footage that Stu showed you there, that's the one I had in my garden. That's from a couple of years ago, and that's when it was planted in the pot, in a pot on the patio, so southwest facing. It was in sunshine all day long, and then I realised that actually this could be, you know, in the shadier spot in the garden. So actually I've taken it out the pot and I planted it in the border in one of those more shady spots in the garden, and it still flowers amazingly. There's loads of buds on there waiting to open up, and I adore the fragrance. It's sweet and delicious. You have to go for this big one. We do have it available in a smaller pot, but we always say go for the big one because for the price difference between the smaller pot and this one, it is worth going for this one because of the difference in the years of growth. There's
probably 3 or 4 years difference between, you know, the two sizes of growth here.
Definitely.
So for the tiny bit of extra money it is, it's well worth going for the bigger one. Sometimes you have to skip to the good bit, and with this one, I think it is a skip to the good bit one.
Yeah, I think that 21-23 club discount price delivered free to your door. Honestly,
Amazing.
Some garden centres will charge you 35 quid for that, yeah, if not more, for that plant that size.
Absolutely.
This is so good value for a plant that big, delivered for free.
Hello, Amanda on Facebook. Nice to have you with us. Thank you very much. We're here for another 10 minutes or so thanks for coming in and joining us. 510579 is the item number for the Sarcococa Winter Gem. It is 21.23. That's your delivered price as a club member. If you have just joined us, by the way, yes, we've only got 10 minutes left. You can go back and you can watch it at any time, Facebook, YouTube, and via the website. But I will also be on TikTok from 5 o'clock. My tummy's rumbling. I'm going to have some tea first. But 5 until 8 o'clock this evening, I'll be live on TikTok.
Joe, what the weird thing is now we're doing this, I'm expected to step out that door and it be daylight after it, but it won't.
It's going to be nearly dark.
Still got, it's because we're used to doing it early in the day, aren't we? But
Yeah,
we'll get
absolutely.
there. We'll adjust.
Sure. Right, we're moving on next to the Chionodoxa. So this is also known as Glory of the Snow, a beautiful, low-growing, star-shaped flower you get here.
I've planted 2 packs of these in my garden.
Have you?
Yeah, I ordered loads and loads of troughs. So I've planted 2 thumping great big troughs up with these in. And I've used loads of these in another 4 or 5 pots as lasagna planting them in the top layer. And I've seen these flowering in customers' gardens. I've seen them flowering in you know, gardens that you can visit. And in the spring, at the end of a British winter, these explode into bloom in lovely shades of purple, pink, mauve and white, only about 2 to 3 inches tall. They look good for about 3 or 4 weeks. They spread, they divide, they multiply. They're adored by the early pollinated insects, and they will just totally lift your garden. They really will make you smile. They're easy, they're tough, they're hardy. They don't care about the frost, the wind, the rain, the snow. Full sun, part sun, beds and borders, pots, gravel, anywhere. They're tiny little bulbs, but get them in, plant them. They'll flower for you in 2026, and they'll come back year after year after year. They've got the award of garden merit, and they will naturalise as well. So these have been so popular. I did a little TikTok video of these myself, and yeah, sold out twice. That's how much you loved them. So if you're going to buy any bulbs at all, get yourself some of these, because next spring you'll be so chuffed you did.
Okay, so those are your Chionodoxa, 60 bulbs included in there. You've still got loads of time to plant them. £8.49 delivered price. We're going to take you on to the spring flowering collection, though. So spring and tickling into summer as well here. Well, I say that. Starts in winter, goes through into spring, and trickles through into early summer as well.
Do you know, even midsummer, because you said, Bex, the ones at the top there, the spherocephalon, yeah, you said you've seen those even showing colour late July into August.
I saw them early August.
Yeah.
This year I saw them in somebody's garden flowering in August.
So basically, from the ones that you're pointing at on the top there, so between them and the crocus that are bang in the middle, you're going to get flower from February, from these bulbs, all the way through to August. And all the others will flower in between for you.
You've got some great varieties in there as well. 300 of them, and you're getting a half-price deal. £15 saving here. £12.74 discount club price. Loads of time to get them planted, and each one of these will naturalise and spread in your garden for you as well, in the right conditions, which is nice, free draining soil and sunny positions, basically.
And that's the nice thing about bulbs, that you got them for donkey's years, because you know, give them the right space, they will come up year after year after year after year and just keep looking stunning.
Okay, Kiwi Jenny for you now. 3 9-centimetre pots. You're going to have some imagination. But actually, once they're planted and in the right place, these can romp away quite happily, can't they?
I know. I grew one.
I got one.
Well,
no,
I did have. I had to leave it. Yeah, I couldn't dig it up where it was, because I grew one in my old house in Bishop Stortford, and it did fantastically well. I mean, again, it's one of those plants, even if you don't like kiwis, the leaves are phenomenal. Great big paddle-sized leaves. It's a really vigorous climber, this. It looks amazing just as a climber. Lovely red stems on the leaves, and the new stems come through a bright red. And then when they flower, they're like a giant white strawberry flower, about 3 to 4 times the size of a strawberry flower. And they can, and they do, and I've seen them with my own eyes, produce fruit in the UK. I've visited some of these stately gardens, you know, where they have the old Victorian walled gardens. And quite often you see them growing there on a south or west-facing wall. And late summer, you get these beautiful, beautiful fruit. So find the right position, warm, sunny, sheltered, well-drained, and you can grow your own kiwi fruit here in the UK.
340098 is the item number for the Kiwi Jenny. As I said, it's a half-price deal there, and even better, £12.72 as a club member. Make sure you're using your codes, please, to get your savings and to get your free postage. It's very important. We change that offer code week on week, but last week's code will still work for last week's offers, and probably a couple of weeks ago as well. And they're all free shipping, so it really doesn't matter if you need to place, 3 or 4 orders within a show. If you see something you like, you can place the order. It's free shipping. Come back, place another order. It's free shipping. Don't matter, does it? Right, just a reminder of the aged terracotta look Tuscan planters. It is a pack of 3, 10-inch. What's the word?
Diameter.
Circumference, diameter.
Yeah.
No, circumference is that way, isn't it?
Diameter,
yeah. And you are saving £6.99. I've got a couple of these, and I think they are beautiful. Adam always says, don't you? You wouldn't tell.
No, you wouldn't. If you walk past these, you're taking the kids to school, you're walking to the train station, you saw these in somebody's garden, you wouldn't, sort of turn your nose up and go, oof, plastic. You would think they are the real deal. You think they're terracotta, and they've got this lovely raised, like, relief design on there as well. So it's not just flat. And as Beck said, I like the kind of the sash-like kind of decoration around the top, then these beautiful diamond lattice. And whoever's designed these has even done that clever look as well, where they've got the little bit of leaching showing there, because it's like kind of where the salts have come out the terracotta. So these so look real. You've got great drainage holes in the bottom there as well, UV stable, frost resistant, and that perfect size to grow so many things. It's not going to be expensive to change these a couple of times a year. Stu, I think Stu was saying in my ear earlier on, he grew pepper plants. These would be a beautiful size to grow peppers in, for example. But in the spring, you can change your winter bedding very sort of cheaply over to summer bedding in this, because they're not big pots.
I mean, I think that get your tete-a-tetes and plant, a bunch of tete-a-tetes in them.
Nice,
that would be really
sweet,
lovely thing to do.
Just looking at even some of the Chianodoxa, you could put loads of those in there, for example. I know these palms come with pots, but again, these would look quite nice in there as well. If you wanted to do that, it's up to you really. You could go for the Canary Island palm in these, and that's the nice size with these. And palms, by the way, don't mind being really pot bound.
Yeah. 130312, then the item number if you want to go for your terracotta look Tuscan planters. Those are very sweet, very beautiful plants, and you are getting a £6.99 saving on there. And of course, we couldn't end the show without talking to you about our fantastic compost, could we? Our premium professional compost, the item we sell the most of, the item that we have had the most 5-star reviews on, thousands and thousands and thousands of these over the years that we have been bringing this compost to viewers in various shopping telly arenas. It's the compost we use here at the nursery. It's the compost Adam uses in his own garden and in his business as a gardener. It's the compost I use in my little back garden as well, and it's because you get the best results.
You do, and I describe this as the compost pretty much as the start of everything, because whether it's seeds, cuttings, plug plants, house plants, fruit, veg, trees, shrubs, improving the soil in your beds and borders, topping up your pots, planting bulbs, this covers the whole range. You don't need John in his number 1, John in his number 2, John in his number 3. You don't need bulb fibre. You don't need all these other gobbledygooky things you see. You just need this compost. It's got a wetting agent that keeps it moist. It's got a slow release fertiliser that can feed your plants for up to 6 months. It's nice and pH balanced. It's got a small amount of peat in it, but even some of that is renewable from sphagnum moss. It's got a composted wood fibre that creates wonderful drainage, lets air get down to the roots, allows the roots to penetrate down and through. It's lightweight, it's airy. You never get the horrible little flies coming out of this that are going to, that can sort of cover your whole house. It's delivered in these 40-litre bags, 2 40-litre bags to your door in cardboard boxes, 80% recycled, 100% recyclable. And once you've tried this, Honestly, you will not want to go back to any other compost.
You won't.
I've got 10 bags of this in my garden at the moment, and I'm always in a happy place. When I've got 10 bags, I'm smiling. When I've got 2 bags, I'm getting stressed because honestly, I don't want to run out of it.
I know, I'm going to be placing an order for some very soon. 100064, the item number. Use it for anything from seeds through to trees. The only real exceptions would be your acid-loving plants, your ericaceous plants. We have an ericaceous version of it available. Great for your house plants as well, and really the only exceptions there would be orchids and cactus. I think everything else, absolutely fine in this particular compost. I love it. I get the best results. And if you want to change one thing about how you garden, make it the compost that you use, please. It does make the biggest difference. Right, we're going to finish the show where we started, nearly where we started in actual fact, on the raspberries, the Glen Ample long canes.
Yeah, have you bought raspberries before and you bought them and they're cut down to about that size, and then you plant them and then you read up about it, it says, oh, by the way, you've got to wait till the following year to get raspberries.
How annoying.
It's really annoying. These, because they've not cut them back, all these buds you see along here, these will produce flower buds in 2026. Flower buds means raspberries. So if you want raspberries next year, not having to wait till 2027, get 5 of these, get them home, soak them, plant them, give them some support, and start picking your own super sweet, delicious, homegrown raspberries in 2026.
Raspberries. Don't grow your own, blow your own. That's Stu's line. I quite like
that
it.
That was the Phantom raspberry blower, wasn't it, years ago as well? So the 2 Ronnies used to do that, I think. Yeah.
I don't know. Right, that is us done for the day. Thank you to all of you for joining in, for jumping in the chat. Marisia, SHM, Anne, Verna, Dingo, Amanda, Penny, all of you who are watching on Facebook, all of you on YouTube, anybody that sent in any emails, we appreciate it. We will be back live next Thursday from 2 till 4. Of course, you can watch this show. We're still putting the repeat out on a Sunday morning as well, aren't we, Stu? Yes, we are. And of course, you can catch up on it any time as well if you want to go back and watch any bits that you might have missed. But we'll be back next Thursday afternoon, 2 till 4. Anybody who's on TikTok, come and join me this afternoon. I'm going to be live from 5 until 8 o'clock. When are you back, do you know?
I'm back the last Saturday before Christmas.
All right, we'll see you all soon.
Bye.